Now, Big Slam Nation, One Wrestling, you don't know who I am, and you don't know why I'm here. But rest assured you will know soon. If you want to find out more about who I am and where I'm coming from, because you can hear the accent, I'm definitely coming from the UK, but I will be in the States soon. I will be on Big Slam Nation. I will be on onewrestling.com. Make sure you check out the Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast. That's at Sunday Segway. If you can't spell it, it's Segue. No silent apostrophe. No, yeah, that's right. You got it. Segue. I will be here very, very soon because the Sunday Segway Wrestling Podcast is coming to Big Slam Nation, is coming to onewrestling.com. You better check out your boys. That's what I'm talking about. So rest assured, your boys from the UK are coming real soon. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo!
Looks like this match is over. He's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, onewrestling.com.
You don't remember that? After these messages, we'll be right back.
Channel 7?
I'm pretty sure if we put a year on this, I'll be like, oh,
Listen, just because you were born in 1989.
Oh, very good.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. So you was born during the heyday of the Saved by the Bell years. All right.
God, I hate that show.
What? That show is one of the best shows in the history of the world.
You said worse wrong.
You know what?
That show actually killed the Saturday morning cartoons.
It did not. Did it really?
It did because they
Yes,
started
it did.
making all that California Dreams and all that other stuff.
I
right
love
after.
That show I
surf
liked.
dudes with attitudes, kind of grooving.
Oh man, this dude was watching it.
All right, you know what? I used to love that show. All right,
So
all right.
I watched it too.
Here we go, guys. This is the pre-show banter, I guess you would say. All right. Dude, I love that show. Keep it going.
That's all I remember.
He said that's all I got.
Don't wake me up, 'cause I'm dreaming California dreams. Anyway.
So last week it was freestyle rapping. This week we're doing okay, cool.
You
I'm
got,
all right.
You got the shows mixed up.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to start.
talking
Ready?
about the characters.
Here we go. We're going to start. Can you get something to actually hook around your ear so you don't have to talk through the whole show like this?
Lex. No, there's no hook parts.
Do like the delivery guys in New York where they actually they put a headband around their cell phone. They keep their cell phone to their head.
Good lord.
You don't even know. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna start recording in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Slam Nation episode number 12. If you don't know who I am the Mark of the Masses, the man of the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk a hell of a lot of wrestling today. This is the 2-hour spectacular. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first show of 2016. I am joined by one of my cohorts, 2 of my cohorts, 3 of my cohorts. Let me start off with, you can follow him on Twitter at Billy Ray Hustle. Yes, I am talking about Billy Ray Valentine. Billy Ray Valentine, say what's up to the fans, friend.
Happy 2016 to everybody. What's going on, everybody? It's the Big Slam Nation. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Fantastic. And the star of the Professor's Perspective on the PW Hustle channel, I am talking about the Professor Quintana. Follow him on Twitter at PROFPW Hustle. What's up, Professor? Say what's up to the fans, buddy.
Happy New Year, Slamites. It's the Professor here, getting ready to talk some wrestling for 2016.
And of course, we are also joined by the Nature Boy, Fame Black. I did not throw in the whole enigma thing. Yes, you can follow him on Twitter at Fame Black. Say what's up to the fans, bro.
Oh man, I feel like that's one of your New Year's resolutions was to get it right and stop calling me the Enigma because I am no Jeff Hardy. I'm way better. So there's that.
And you are also way darker.
Probably.
Maybe from the head up or waist. Anyway, so listen, guys. Here we go. We have a hell of a lot of show to talk about. Not only, ladies and gentlemen, are we going to talk about the WWE, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the AWA, WCW, ECW, every freaking Bob's Backyard Barbecue Wrestling, but we are also going to be talking about, well, our top 10 all-time matches for 2015, as well as the top 5 wrestlers at 2015 in hour number 2. So we're going to start this off really quickly. I'm going to jump straight up to Fame Black. Fame Black.
Yes, sir.
John Cena. John Cena is reported on WrestleZone Radio or WrestleZone.com. John Cena is injured 6 to 9 weeks. We actually had Ryan Satin on the PW Hustle podcast, guys. If you don't know what that is, go just Google PW Hustle, all one word, and you'll find our podcast. We're on Stitcher, we're on Apple iTunes, we're everywhere, Podbeam. Listen, John Cena is hurt at possibly the worst time. I mean, I want to know your opinion on John Cena's injury, out 6 to 9 weeks. Talk to me, Fame.
Listen, John Cena is one of my top 10 wrestlers of the year. I mean, he's had a great year. I disagree with you, though. I think this might have been the best time for him to get injured in the sense of he didn't have anything going on. He just came back for 1 week to lose his U.S. title rematch, and now there's no storyline with John Cena. So it's the perfect time to write him off and not have him come back till after Mania. And that's gonna really he's gonna really see who your true stars are, relying from the Rumble to WrestleMania.
Billy Ray Valentine. I mean, Fame Black is stating right now that it is the best time for John Cena to go down. I mean, what do you think, buddy?
I disagree. I think it's the worst time I know it's the worst time for John Cena to go down. And to say that, he was out for a certain degree of time and they didn't have anything set up for him is just inaccurate. They had something set up for John Cena at WrestleMania. I mean, when's the last time we had WrestleMania without John Cena? Even the John Cena haters are going to notice that John Cena's not there. So people that love to see John Cena wrestle are going to be missing out on John Cena, and people that love to hate on John Cena are going to be missing out on the John Cena hate. So either way, we're missing out on something. They were going to set up for Undertaker versus John Cena at WrestleMania. That was going to be
see that in the first place.
That was going to be epic. It was going to be awesome.
I mean,
So you said awful wrong.
I said awesome.
Awful.
Well, I'm going to ask the professor. Professor, was it a fact that John Cena was going to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania? I'm asking you, was it a fact? And since John Cena is potentially out for WrestleMania, now, listen, we're talking about John Cena. This guy is Superman. This guy had a freaking softball on his elbow basically a couple of years ago, and this guy came back only a few short months later. This guy came back to the Royal Rumble when he wasn't even supposed to be wrestling. This guy's a legit Superman, Professor.
He is Wolverine.
He is Wolverine. He has the
adamantium steel.
Whatever it is, that steel body frame. I can't speak right now. Professor,
you're about to say Anti-M or something from Spider-Man or whatever.
Sure. Why the hell not? No,
Anti-Ans, I could go for a pretzel.
And no, Professor, I have not been. I'm sorry, no, Billy Ray Valentine, I have not been drinking. You're making a whole.
I said nothing of the sort.
Yeah,
There's
whatever.
people here.
I'm not assuming nothing.
Professor, what do you think, buddy?
But to answer But to answer your question, this is the best of times and the worst of times in regards to John Cena. The best of times is this. Every superstar on the WWE roster, when it comes to Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, the list goes on and on, even with the NXT guys that could be coming up from, making a Rumble appearance. This is their time to shine. Now, it's the worst of times because it's WrestleMania season.
Right.
This is what John Cena offers to the masses. This is what he offers to the WWE brand. He's one of the reasons why they could get 100,000 people in that Dallas stadium, and he is an integral part. Now, Billy Ray is right. I think they were going to set up something between John Cena and The Undertaker. In fact, the professor was predicting this. This was one of his 2016 predictions. He was going to win that U.S. title, and the next person to challenge for the U.S. Open Challenge would have been The Undertaker, in my opinion.
Really?
But yeah, I think that was going to happen, but
he's absolutely
it's not going to happen.
All right.
It's not meant to be.
That is a terrible idea.
Fame Black, respond.
That is a terrible idea. I don't want to see Undertaker competing for the U.S. title. I didn't want to see this match to begin with. I don't see the streak has already been broken. If John Cena was going to break the streak, that's one thing. This is just utter nonsense. Why would they two even feud? What was the deal?
Y'all
don't know?
I can answer that, Fame.
Go ahead.
Because It's kind of like I don't want to compare it, but it's like reminiscent to like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. It's passing the torch in the back. You know, Hulk Hogan always called Andre the Giant boss, and boss represented that he was the leader in the back in the locker room with the boys. Undertaker is boss in the locker room in the back with the boys in the WWE. So John Cena, it's almost like reminiscent of John Cena taking that torch. We know that John Cena is a natural born leader with the guys, the young guys, and even the talent. But it's more sentimental reasons right there, Fame.
I think that's overanalyzing it. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I think it's just this simple. They needed a big match, and that is the biggest match they could have made. It's the Undertaker versus John Cena.
Do you really think that's the biggest match? So, all right,
Yeah, doesn't they have a big fight feel to it at all?
So all right.
You haven't even built. You know, I wish this was actually taking place, because a week into it, you'd be so marking out. I can't wait to see it. It's called a build. It's only January. WrestleMania is in April.
Well,
now I don't have to worry about it.
Let me ask you, Fame. So since John Cena is potentially out, who would you put? Let's say there was an Undertaker match for WrestleMania, which we all believe there is going to be an Undertaker match. Who would you put him in the ring with right now?
Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose.
That's your go-to answer.
Yeah, man. Listen, I like it. Dean Ambrose. I heard some people talk about Sting and all this, but no. You got to use somebody young. KO would be good if he's not taking on Brock Lesnar. Yeah, no, I stick with Dean. I think they would have a really good match.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. Now, before we actually started the opening credits of this show, before we actually started the opening intro of this show, I had a buddy, and we call him Kenny Killer. He's actually over in the UK. And I actually purposely didn't mention this to you guys out there in One Wrestling Land, because I wanted you guys to kind of think, like, who the heck was this guy? He's actually the leader of the podcast Sunday Segway, guys. Follow on Twitter at Sunday Segway. Go to google.com and whatever search engine you use and search Sunday Segway. We had him cut an amazing promo. There are a lot of big things coming with Kenny Killer here at OneWrestling.com. I'm not going to tell you guys, but yes, the UK is coming here to OneWrestling.com. We know Fame Black is on that podcast.
I'm on it a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Kenny Killer is actually, and of course, don't forget Suge. Dude, it's going to be really, really exciting. I can't get into exactly what these guys are going to be doing here at OneWrestling.com. It's going to be pretty exciting. So, again, give them a follow at Sunday Segway. And you spell Segway, S-E-G-U-E. Am I right, Fame Black?
You got it. You got it right on the money, buddy.
All right, so real quick. So let's continue with this.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
The Redcoats are coming. So now, and he actually complimented me on my English. He said I speak the Queen's English quite well.
I think he's just being nice.
You know what? I'll give you read between the lines, my friend. So now, Billy Ray Valentine.
What's up?
The Undertaker. Sting. If Sting is healthy, do you want to see the match that we've been waiting well over a decade to see?
Yeah, definitely. If Sting is healthy, I'd like to see him in the ring with The Undertaker. I think that's another big money match. But, you know, the appeal of that match was having them both retire at the same time and making it the last match that either of these guys had.
Well, it could possibly be the last match if they do it.
But
I like that.
Okay.
I hear The Undertaker is going to wrestle past that date. I heard something very interesting on WrestleZone. I forget who brought it up.
Okay.
But Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker would be very interesting.
That would be interesting.
Very, very interesting. And I didn't think of it before up until I heard it on WrestleZone. I forget who mentioned it, so I can't give him the credit. But that's an awesome match. It would give Roman Reigns something to do if he loses the WWE title, which he probably not. And he goes up against The Undertaker. That is a passing of the torch match.
Well, listen, Professor. Right now we have Roman Reigns defending his WWE World Heavyweight title against 29 different men. Let's say Roman Reigns actually loses that title, and I think there's a really good chance he actually will lose the title. I mean, Roman Reigns, possible against The Undertaker, but what about the WWE bringing back Hulk Hogan so he can actually revenge that loss he had in Tuesday in Texas? I mean, what's your opinion on The Undertaker, my friend? Seriously.
You know what? There's a lot of great potential opponents for Undertaker at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is a good name that I didn't really think about. We all want Sting. I think the fans really do want that Sting versus Undertaker match. I mean, it's been a dream match for the past 5 years, and WWE missed the boat on that. But I guess I'm kind of like stretching this a little bit, or maybe I'm dreaming. But you know what? Back to Brinkstrup.
Time out, time
Hey,
out, time out. Are you California dreaming?
I was thinking
Oh,
it. I don't want to say it.
Wow. Wow.
Proceed.
surf dudes with attitude.
Okay, okay.
But anyway,
I'm sorry, go, please.
Slamites, if you know that, Google California Dreams on
Don't
NBC.
Google. it.
I think you
Don't-
gotta be. I think you gotta be over the age of 30 to know what we're talking about.
Don't-
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
I don't
favorite
have a clue.
Sorry, Fame, we got to card you for that one. But
No,
anyway,
that's cool.
I say back up the Brinks truck for The Rock against Undertaker. I think
Ooh.
that's a match that you
Why
can
not?
handle 100,000 people at the Dallas Stadium. Rock against Undertaker. I know we've all seen The Rock against Undertaker, but this is a special moment at WrestleMania. Rock against Undertaker. I think that'd be a better match for both.
All right, really quickly.
Face going on in there.
Fame Black, and I'm going to jump over to Billy Ray Valentine. Fame Black, listen, man. I mean, you're going with Dean Ambrose, and I think Dean Ambrose would make an amazing match for The Undertaker, but let's be real. Dean Ambrose is not, at this point in his career, going to fill 100,000 seats at Texas Stadium. So let's be realistic here. In the WWE roster, or maybe out of the WWE roster. Now, there are rumors that WWE are signing talents from New Japan, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, along with, am I doing that pretty good? I sound like a Japanese chick. Thank you, my friend.
Close enough.
I mean, listen, let's say we had a dream match, man. Let's say a possible dream match for anyone on the roster right now, anyone potentially that we sign. Fame Black, we're talking about John Cena, but now the realism has hit us. The reality has hit us. John Cena is not going to be back. Or do you believe there's a possibility that he will be back?
It's not happening. No. I mean, yeah, look, John Cena comes back. He recovers really quick. I give him that. But he's also a little older now. It's also, healing is not as easy as it used to be. Not to mention, they put the 6 to 9 months on it. The WrestleMania is only 4 months away. I understand he's done that before. I just don't see it happening again. Now, if you want to ask me about a true dream match, like dream match, like can't happen because of whatever reason, yeah, it would have been Undertaker versus Sting back when they both could go, back when they weren't both 500 million years old. Like, that would have been cooler. Now, if you want to ask me about the day, you can erase history, take away that Bray versus Undertaker match, and do it now with him and the Wyatt family. That would be, honestly, what I would want.
All right, before I jump to Billy Ray Valentine, before I jump to you, my friend, I want to actually give a quick shout out to Roger Power Twitter. Actually, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow him on Twitter at PWRTWEETR, Roger Power Twitter. He's actually one of our best followers here at OneWrestling.com, Big Slam Nation. So I just wanted to send you a lot of love. And apparently, I mean, he put out this really anonymous or like some weird video. I think there's a possibility that Roger Power Twitter can be, I don't know, maybe doing some stuff on YouTube. We don't know exactly what he's doing. So
It was
again,
cryptic.
It was extremely cryptic. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put this up here. I don't know if you guys can see this.
There you go. Wait, it's kind of. There you go.
Yeah, this is Roger Power Twitter, and it's ROGERPOWRTWEETR. Give him a follow. I have a feeling there's some big things happening in the land of Roger Power Twitter. Let me just fix the lighting here. Now, Billy Ray Valentine.
What's up?
It's your go, buddy.
Power tweeter.
It looked like one of those Planet Rock videos.
Hold on, dude. I
gotta
gotta close this, and hopefully they'll fix the lighting, because I look like I'm washed out. All right,
Looks
there
fine
we
to
go.
me.
Go ahead, Billy Ray.
Yeah, like I was saying, it looks like one of those Planet Rock videos that Africa Bambaataa was doing back in the day.
Awesome.
When he had that whole
Rock, Planet Rock.
what is it? That fog going on in the background. I don't know. It was weird, but it was awesome. Shout outs to Roger. Anyway, what were we talking about, man? John Cena, right? And
John Cena, The Undertaker. I mean, right now the WWE is in Bendulum.
and Shinsuke Nakamura, man. If they
No. Please.
Say it right.
Say it right.
Oh, you want me to say Shinsuke?
Ooh.
If anybody was watching Wrestle Kingdom 10, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers of OneWrestling.com did watch it or will watch it, pay close attention when Shinsuke Nakamura was in the ring, when everything was quiet. You hear a lot of Shinsuke.
Hey, speaking of that, you got the show Bill Scarlett, who couldn't be with us, ladies and gentlemen. He's actually got to work very early in the morning. This dude did a hell of a review here at OneWrestling.com. So after you're done watching this, guys, go to One Wrestling Video on YouTube and check out You Got the Show Bill Scarlett's review of Wrestle Kingdom 10. Go ahead, Billy Ray.
All right, that's it. Like, I mean, that would make an awesome match. Nakamura versus The Undertaker.
I do like.
That would be great. I mean, I don't think it'll fill up 100,000. Can anything fill up 100,000? I don't think they can get it done this year. That's
Absolutely, yes. Anybody from the social outcast against The Undertaker, Adam Rose, Curtis Axel, you could have the social outcast versus The Undertaker. That could work.
all four of them.
All four of them.
Go ahead, Ray.
No, take it over, Billy Ray, for a second.
All right, man. So, I mean, honestly, like, I don't think anybody can fill up 100,000. I don't think they have the roster for it. A lot of people are talking
Billy
about.
Ray, if I could interject for just one quick second, I think.
Yeah,
But you see the fault that WWE did by rushing the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell, because originally, if you saw the reports months ago, this was supposed to be the match to try to fill up 100,000. It was supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus the Undertaker, Hell in a Cell match here at WrestleMania. So now, since they jumped the gun, now they have to find they're squandering for a new opponent. So that's what happens when you try to rush things a couple of months earlier.
All right,
It's gotta be Kane.
All right, so here we go. Before we move on to the next subject, I'm gonna end this with this. Fame Black.
Yeah.
You have one guy on the WWE roster right now that you could put up to fill in the role that we believe John Cena was gonna fill in against the Undertaker. Name him.
Finn Balor.
Ooh. Finn Balor.
Finn Balor and the Balor Club.
Professor.
To face the Undertaker?
Yep.
I go with what Billy Ray said, Roman Reigns.
Billy Ray.
Man, best bet here is Sting or Roman Reigns, but best bet here is Sting.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Fame Black. I would absolutely bring in Finn Balor.
But Finn Balor has to win.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yes, he will win.
oh my
I don't
God.
think he will.
We can go on another 5 minutes about this. I mean, Finn Balor. I mean, WWE. Listen, the Undertaker.
The Balor Club.
The Undertaker would be the man if he could put over Finn Balor with the Balor Club or the Bullet Club, whatever the hell WWE decides to call him.
You know they're not gonna call it the Bullet Club.
Why not?
One, it's a gun reference in a PG environment. Two, it's trademarked by somebody else. Three, they already got the Balor Club shirts.
That is very true. Okay, so look, speaking about the Bullet Club, and that's a perfect segue. Billy Ray Valentine, the Bullet Club, aka the Balor Club, aka whatever the hell they're calling themselves right now, it appears that they are on their way to the WWE. Shinsuke Nakamura apparently is going to be done with his contract. They signed Gallows. They signed what the hell is his partner over there, Billy Ray?
Machine
Carl
Gun
Anderson.
Carl Anderson.
Machine Gun Carl Anderson, and of course AJ Styles. Now apparently right now we have A-Track Brown trying to call us, and Billy Ray Valentine, if you could send him a text, tell him stop trying to call us while we're doing this. He's in at the second half of the show. So wow, this is half of the Bullet Club. This is half of the most the most important faction that New Japan Pro Wrestling has had in over a decade. I'm gonna bypass Billy Ray Valentine. I'm gonna go straight to Professor. Professor, what do you think of this, man?
You know what? WWE has got lightning in a bottle to capture, to acquire the talents. You could say the figureheads, the cornerstones of the Bullet Club, aka the Balor Club, in the prime of their career. And hopefully the WWE booking and creative could do something right by them. If you want to introduce them in the Royal Rumble match itself, that's a great way to debut. If you want to introduce them by helping out Finn Balor during an NXT title match, they got too many options for them to debut. So it's a great time to be a WWE fan.
All right, listen, guys. Apparently at this point in juncture, I think A-Track Brown really, really wants to get into the show. So we're going to actually cut away, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to bring in A-Track Brown, the Pharaoh of Fancy, to the damn show, because he's been calling nonstop. Apparently he hasn't paid his cell phone bill because he doesn't read any text. Am I right, Billy Ray Valentine?
He just hit me up. He said, "Oh, okay."
Oh, okay. So, ladies
my
and
bad.
Yeah, my bad. We're going to actually stop the recording right now. We'll be right back, and hopefully joining us will be 8-Track.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So finally, the persistent A-Track Brown is down with us here. A-Track Brown has been calling us nonstop on Skype. Apparently, A-Track, have you paid your cell phone bill? Did you receive the text regarding being here in the second part of the show?
Yeah. Well, not exactly, no.
All right, so really quickly, I'm gonna go straight to you, A-Track Brown. Nice sweater, by the way. Here's the
Thank
deal.
you.
I want to get your thoughts on this before. John Cena is injured. We've been talking about John Cena was possibly going to face the Undertaker WrestleMania. Really quickly, really shortly, who do you think should face the Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Shinsuke!
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And that is actually, you sound like a Japanese chick wanting to kiss the genitals of that Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, and so now we're talking about the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club or the Balor Club or whatever the hell they're called have now apparently joined the WWE. WWE is signed apparently, allegedly, and we did have Ryan Satin on the PW Hustle. Again, guys, go to the PW Hustle podcast. A-Track Brown,
Yo.
AJ Styles, Machine Gun. I was going to call Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, my God. Carl the Machine Gun Anderson, Doc Gallows, a.k.a. Festus.
Yep.
My God. And possibly Shinsuke Nakamura. My dude, these guys are coming to the WWE. This is what I believe. They're going to be joined with Finn Balor had a picture of himself on Instagram looking at his stupid little watch with a freaking Bullet Club shirt right at the WWE headquarters saying these guys should have been here by now. Your thoughts? And while you give your thoughts, Billy Ray, continue this. I got to step away for one brief second. All right, buddy?
All right, go ahead.
I think that this is probably not going to turn out too good. Well, actually, if they bring him in as the Bullet Club, then how can you really go wrong?
You can go wrong.
I was about to say WWE creative is pretty much kind of the worst. But
Why would you say that?
Excuse me?
Why would you say that?
Don't encourage him. Yeah, continue.
Nah, it's but the thing is, this thing kind of writes itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really need too much direction, but I'm pretty sure since most of these guys are coming over and being over on their own, that's going to be a big no-no for Vince McMahon. I try to explain to people that Vince doesn't have a good track record of putting over top guys from other companies.
Hey, but listen, but don't you think that maybe he's between a rock and a hard place right now? He needs some of these guys?
Yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that he's going to do right by them or he's going to know what to do with them or put them in the right way. So, like I said, when he doesn't have a good track record of doing good with top guys, people want to throw in names like Austin, Jericho, Eddie, Benoit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Were those top guys in the other company? No.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They were top guys?
Benoit had just won the WCW title before he left.
Yeah, but he was already in the doghouse with Kevin Sullivan.
Top guy.
I don't count
Malenko.
I don't count him. I don't count any of those guys as top guys. I mean, they did win titles, but they weren't top guys. They weren't treated like top guys anyway, like they should have. Jericho was. We all know what happened with Jericho, and we all know what happened with Eddie. You know, we all know what happened with Austin. Vince took those guys and made them top guys. But when you take some of the top guys from those companies and put them in WWE, a lot of them didn't do so well in the terms of, you know, when you think about guys like Taz and Sting and Booker T and even guys in the past, our favorite from back in the day, Rugged Ronnie Garvin. You know, nice. Like I think Ric Flair is really one of the people I can really think of being a top guy from another company coming over to WWE and being treated as a champion like he should have. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, top guy, came back to WWE, treated like crap.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Vince was like, you made a name for yourself somewhere else. Well, you have to start from the bottom.
I mean, but they obviously paid some money. I got you, Professor. They paid some money for AJ Styles. They paid some money for Nakamura. Nakamura was making a really nice living over in Japan. He's one of their top guys. So, they must have paid him some money to come over. Don't they want to get
yeah.
I mean, they're talking about bringing him straight to the main roster, which is a big change. Let me get the
Joey
Professor.
Styles is making a ton of money.
Go ahead, Professor. Hey, hold on. Fan Black, you still around?
I'm here. I just got back.
All right, we'll get to you in a sec. Go ahead, Professor.
Well, to answer A-Track, I agree with A-Track. I mean, history has shown that Vince McMahon does not treat other top stars, properly in the WWE. But with that being said, the timing of the Bullet Club or wherever they're going to be called coming into the WWE is perfect. Because why? John Cena is injured. Seth Rollins is injured. Randy Orton is injured. You got a lot of top guys injured. So really, Vince McMahon cannot put the Bullet Club to the side or treat them unfairly or, write them the wrong way. This is the perfect time for the Bullet Club to debut. This is the perfect time for the Bullet Club to make an impact, no pun intended, and just be there with WrestleMania season. It's just the perfect timing.
Let me ask you a question real quick. You think you think Shinsuke Nakamura is coming in as a part of the Bullet Club, or he's coming in independently of the Bullet Club? Professor, go ahead.
Well, then I'll have to ask A-Track, since he watches New Japan more than I do. Does Shinsuke speak at least decent English?
Not really. It's not good enough for WWE TV.
Then he's joining the Bullet Club.
And that's not even a good move for him. And no
Ray,
disrespect. No disrespect to AJ, but Shinsuke shouldn't be playing second fiddle to AJ or Finn Balor or anyone for that matter.
Yeah, but
align that dude with Paulie. I know that's a cliche, but that's just what you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
No. You know what you do? You bring in the former manager of Kai and Tai, and you have him alongside Shinsuke Nakamura. No, seriously.
Choppy your pee-pee?
Oh yeah, chopper your pee-pee. Remember what they did to what's his name?
Hell,
the porno
find
stuff.
Sonny Ono and bring him in.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, this guy's gonna need a manager to speak for him. I honestly agree with you, Professor, that I think that if they're gonna bring in Shinsuke Nakamura, he's gonna have to come in with the Bullet Club. Fame Black, your opinion?
I don't think he's going to come in as a member of the Bullet Club. I heard a lot of stuff about how they're going to wait and take their time and all this, even with all these injuries plotting out. So I expect Nakamura to debut the day after WrestleMania, and the Balor Club will already be in existence.
Does Nakamura keep his name, or do they change it?
You know what? Because they put it on their website, is Nakamura coming to WWE? I think they'll let him keep it.
Oh my God! I just got some breaking news. I have a picture sent from Vince McMahon himself. Vince McMahon in a Bullet Club T-shirt. Can you see that, ladies and gentlemen?
And that's real.
Holy cow!
Are we sure that's not Photoshop, Brett?
Seems legit to me.
I'm pretty sure it's not Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. But all jokes aside, listen.
Wow.
I spoke on the WZ Daily regarding I'm doing this so I can kind of darken the I talked about this in the WZ Daily with Nick Hausman and Ryan Satin. This is the way I thought I would bring in the Bullet Club. All right, and I want to hear your guys' opinion on this. I'm gonna start with A-Track, Fame, Professor, and then Billy Ray Valentine. A lot of people want them to come in the Royal Rumble. Now, I thought AJ Styles debuting in the Royal Rumble would be a mistake, having him thrown out. What I would have is Finn Balor in the ring with, let's say, some of the major players like Brock Lesnar, Sheamus, so on and so forth. And instead of Finn Balor getting eliminated, having the Bullet Club come in, destroy everyone in the ring, throwing everyone over the top rope, doing the Bullet Club pose, and then having Finn Balor not eliminated, but walking out alongside the Bullet Club, which would lend to people saying, holy crap, we got to watch Monday Night Raw to see what the hell is going to happen next. A-Track Brown, you first.
I think if you do that, I mean, are you saying that Finn Balor wins the championship?
No.
No.
Again, Finn Balor does not get eliminated.
Oh, okay.
The Bullet Club...
He just comes in and wrecks stuff.
They just come in
and leaves on his own,
just like the Nexus did with John Cena.
To me, that's not too bad of an idea. I'm not gonna say that's bad. It could work. The Royal Rumble, I think, is just too soon. You save that for a Monday Night Raw. You need the ratings.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To be quite honest with you, I know this is crazy, but...
And A-Track, if you don't mind, can you back up a little bit away from the camera? Because we don't see your handsome face. Go ahead.
I think that's a good thing.
I think that the best thing to do is just have Daniel Bryan come in with the belt. That's it. And face Finn Balor at WrestleMania.
Okay.
To hell with it.
Okay.
Or Shinsuke Nakamura.
AJ Styles, man.
Hold on.
AJ.
Okay, Fame Black, your opinion.
No. Like none of that's gonna work. I do like.
Let me guess, Dean Ambrose, right?
No, so when Dean Ambrose wins this Royal Rumble, I kind of like the idea if that was the end of the Rumble, if they ruined the Rumble and we don't have a clear cut winner because of the Balor Club destroying everything,
and that would lend to Roman Reigns holding on to the title. But go ahead.
Yes, that makes sense. Yes.
That I do like. Where do you go from there? I mean, will Finn Balor be NXT champion, causing a ruckus on the because he's face right now in NXT, so will he be face on NXT and heel? What if that is done well and the crossover is good without him losing the belt, like losing it, like if he gets pinned, then who cares? But
okay, I was gonna jump to Professor, but I'm gonna jump to Billy Ray and then we're gonna end with Professor. Go ahead, Billy Ray, because the lady has something to say, buddy.
No, I mean, I think it's a great idea. I was against Finn Balor being in the Royal Rumble if they were just going to toss him out. But, I mean, if he has a good showing, like if he's one of the last three, or AJ Styles being one of the last three, I wouldn't be against that. But I really like the idea of them just coming in mid-Rumble. I don't want them coming in at the end and having a smash finish. I want them coming mid-Rumble and just throw out anyone who's there. Some people, of course, don't get eliminated. They just get beat up on the outside, and the Rumble continues when they leave. And that leaks into Monday Night Raw, so they're going to get ratings. You don't have to debut them on Raw. You could debut them on the Rumble, and then after that, it sparks the interest for Monday Night Raw, and you want to watch Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Kind of forget stuff that happens in the middle of the Rumble.
You don't want the Bullet Club in the same ring with Brock Lesnar.
Nobody forgot when Daniel Bryan got eliminated in the middle of the Rumble, okay? So let's watch what we say.
As far as I'm concerned, until Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble, they can never have a minute.
And let's not forget about Axelmania, who is still not eliminated.
And hold on. We're gonna get into that, but Professor, I want to hear your opinion really quickly.
I got the perfect scenario that goes from the Royal Rumble to Monday Night Raw.
And apparently you pay your light bill because we can see you. Go ahead.
Yes, the light shines bright on the Professor. And this idea shines bright.
Idea with an R?
Yes, idea. But anyway, A-Track actually said something that's very interesting. The Bullet Club comes in the end, messes up Brock Lesnar winning the Rumble, takes him out, and a new member gives the too sweet sign. His name is Roman Reigns, and it brings into Monday Night Raw.
That sucks.
Nobody wants to see Roman Reigns with the Bullet Club.
That freaking sucks.
The Roman Empire
Professor,
and the Bullet Club.
Professor, you just ruined the Bullet Club.
Listen. It's
Hold
not
on.
even
Fame.
It's not even that it's a terrible idea, except for the fact that they're called the Balor Club, and Roman Reigns is joining the Balor.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Roman Empire.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a 6 member, Billy Ray Valentine. This is your cat. He's actually come on a couple of times. What's your cat's name?
Zeus.
Where's the Z?
Zeus.
Where's the Z on his side?
Why are you so nice to his cat, but when my cat go, oh, famous loose cats in his house?
Because your cat has deliberately sabotaged BSN on several occasions. Okay?
That's so true.
My cat is just a willing participant.
Your cat came by and it had freaking clippers for the wires. All right, go ahead, A-Track.
That cat is dead. Go get a new cat.
Get me a new cat.
All right.
That cat is not even alive.
All right, listen, guys. I mean, this is really fun banter to talk about the Bullet Club. I mean, let's be real. At this point in juncture, I mean, WWE hasn't confirmed that the Bullet Club is even coming to WWE, but I have reason to believe in good sources that these guys are definitely coming. But a team that is in the WWE right now are the Dudley Boyz. Now, there are rumors, and I've actually got some inside information regarding the Dudley Boyz, and they're stating that the Dudley Boyz have been on a losing streak, and this is to build towards Bully Ray or Bubba Ray or Bully Ray turning on Devon going away, and WWE finally,
so long, Devon.
finally WWE going full force with a Bully Ray singles run, Professor? Your opinion.
So wait, does that mean that there's gonna be aces and eights coming also?
No. That's the second bad idea you had in a
Oh
row.
my God.
No, he's not saying it's an idea. He's just
Let's not even mention it. Let's not give them any ideas.
Oh my God! Hold on. Time out. Was not Luke Gallows a part of the Aces and Eights?
Yes, he was.
Mind blown, Professor.
He also fought Power
I
Uzi.
mean,
Power
Remember,
Uzi.
he's a member of the Straight Edge Society, which is most important.
We gotta have the great Power Uzi on this show.
Let's make it happen.
I'm gonna make this freaking happen. We're talking about the Nigerian Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna get this guy saxophone and all on this show. Professor, your opinion on the Dudleys splitting up?
you know what? I mean, it's long overdue because I think a lot of people who remember seeing the Bully Ray character at TNA to see how great, engaging of the audience that he was as a heel, as a heavyweight champion, a TNA heavyweight champion. I think that's what's needed. They need a little bit of influx of a heel character onto the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown.
Agreed.
And Bully Ray is the perfect guy to do that. So
Okay.
I want to see a singles run.
Excellent. I'm gonna go to A-Track Brown because A-Track Brown is, in fact, I would say, a TNA mark. Again, OK Fabe, he couldn't be with us. He is a TNA reporter. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, check out OK Fabe's debut TNA Impact review. It has gone over so well. You guys have been very, very positive. So again, Connor, a.k.a. OK Fabe, thank you so much for an amazing TNA Impact. First time on Pop TV. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But A-Track Brown, Bully Ray.
You know, not to mention, if A-Track had one of those Aces and Eights masks with his Deftone sweater, he'd be perfect right now.
Yeah, he looked like D'Lo Brown. Just
Damn D'Lo Brown.
just a little browner. But anyway, listen,
Come on,
A-Track.
Give us one of these, man. Give us,
D'Lo Brown.
Anyway, so A-Track, seriously.
You better recognize.
Seriously, A-Track, seriously, what do you think? I mean, about 2 years ago, Bully Ray, or Bubba Ray, was the best heel in the wrestling business. Your opinion?
Well, as I take a sip of my soda that I'm sure somebody's spitting, I want to say that Bully Ray having him be that what do you call it? Having him be that character is in the WWE is pretty freaking cool. Being that he was one of the best heels that TNA ever had. I think the fact that they'll go that direction in WWE will work out pretty well for them. And the thing is, once again, a guy like this just has to be, let him do his thing. Don't write for him. Don't. Just let him go on by himself, and he'll do just fine. And the sad part is about this is what did I want to see with Bully Ray if he ever came to WWE? I wanted to see a few with him and CM Punk, and there's no CM Punk. So there you go. So now what do we do?
All right, we're gonna go down the line because I want to get into a little bit of TNA. Fame Black, your opinion, buddy. And then what is that thing on your freaking lap?
This would be the Cord Killer, Blackie.
Oh, Blackie,
right.
very original again with the name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. All right, this is a cat from the 90s. Got it?
It's a beautiful cat. Beautiful cat.
So
you guys and cats, man. What the hell?
I actually liked Bully Ray, the character. It was like the 5 seconds where I was watching TNA and Bully Ray was cutting a promo, and I was like, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a keeper. So, and I saw him at Bound for Glory against Mr. Anderson. So look, he's a good heel and all this, but I think that he's only gonna become a singles wrestler to job out. Like it's too late, he's too old. He might be good, but he's from TNA, and it's just not gonna happen.
Well,
Vince got a rule.
Not from TNA.
Originally, he's a WWE guy, but
Originally he's an ECW guy. If we're gonna do that.
All right, very, very good, Professor. Your opinion, buddy, and then Billy Ray. We're gonna close out with this, and then we're gonna move on to the last subject before we jump into our top of 2015. Go ahead, Professor.
Just quickly, I mean. Bubba Ray or Bully Ray, whatever you want to call him. I remember a couple of months ago he sent some tweets saying he wanted to challenge Brock Lesnar. So you know what? If you want to put a singles run there, let Bully Ray challenge Brock Lesnar. I'm not saying for WrestleMania, but just throw it out there.
Don't waste
See what happens.
Sure, why the hell not? All right, again, we're gonna end up with Billy Ray Valentine. Your opinion, sir?
Super Luchas reported it not too long ago also that that they were going to split, that there was a possibility. So, I mean, this is something we need to look forward to. I hate the name Bully Ray, so I'm glad that's gone.
I liked it.
But
I thought it was pretty good.
Hated it.
I thought
don't
it
know
worked.
why.
Yeah,
everybody
you never
likes
liked
it.
that
I'm in the minority on that.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, Billy. I'm sorry. What is that giant phallic silver thing in the face and mouth of A-Track
come.
Brown? What is
That's
that?
a very nice microphone that he won't say
listen,
where he got.
I have different mics every week.
You like
all
Johnny?
right?
You like Johnny
And
Carson?
You're damn right. And let me tell you something. How many mics can I rip on the daily? Many money.
Nice.
And he say many.
Can you please back the hell up from your camera? All right, Billy Ray, finish your thought, buddy.
I would like to spit in A-Track Brown's face, but since I have no spit, I will continue to give my thoughts about TNA. Hey, so about Bully Ray. So listen, as long as they give him a singles run and they actually push him properly, this guy's gonna be serious. He was awesome in TNA as a heel, new dimension to the character. So I would love to see it happen. I hope they don't job him out like Fame Black says, but that is a possibility.
Absolutely
so
is.
let's temper our expectations.
And all right, close out real quick, A-Track, really quick.
I was gonna say he was, you say don't give him the title Fame. I say give him the title. He could be a very good transitional. He could be a very good transitional champion. I'm not talking about making him a face, but somebody who just gets the title for the next person to get.
All right, I can see that. Listen, guys,
Not championship material.
my opinion before we go
I
on.
think that dude could draw as a singles competitor.
My opinion before we go on to some TNA talk. Listen, I think Bully Ray, again, and I'm going to reiterate the fact that he was the best heel in the business for a long run, for almost a year, or maybe even longer than that. The Aces and Eights were horrible. I reported, I had to cover TNA wrestling for OneWrestling.com during this horrible faction, but the one bright light was Bully Ray. He became an amazing singles competitor. I would love to see what he can do in WWE. I think the guy cuts great promos, but we're going to move on, and we're going to end with this before we jump into our 2015 top of 2015. TNA. Speaking about TNA wrestling, and I'm gonna jump straight up to A-Track Brown. TNA debuted on PopTV. Now, listen, we're not about spoilers here. Depending on when you're watching this video will be shown Saturday, January 9th, 2016. Apparently, they may be a new TNA champion. We're not going to get into that. But listen, dude. I haven't watched TNA as much over the last year. I watched the debut episode, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I want to know what your opinion is, buddy, and what the future holds for TNA wrestling. I actually tweeted the beautiful, attractive Dixie Carter. Let me tell you something. That young lady, she actually got back to me, baby.
Nah, man. Yo, she tweeted. I can't believe she tweeted you back. Yo, she cheating on me, man.
Dude,
she tweeted me back first. Here you coming in. You trying to steal my woman.
Number one, with the fact is you can only have so much black coffee before you have to go to the bathroom. She needs a little cream in her coffee. But go ahead, A-Track.
Nah, I thought it was a good show. It missed a few things, but for it to be a debut show, it wasn't too bad. I actually watched it again this morning. One of the problems that I had with it that I didn't state on the PW Hustle podcast that I'll state now, there was no X Division match.
Okay.
Like, I didn't understand how they didn't have an X Division match on there.
Well,
They need to showcase that more. They need to get back to the forefront with that one, man, because that's what made that company. Really did. What they need to do is borrow a few elements from other companies from back in the day, like WCW. Open every show with an X Division match. Why not? What do you got to lose?
Why not?
Rebuild that tag team division like I've mentioned before, and and just keep your angle steady and going. So far, what we know now, if the title did in fact change hands, I guess we have to talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week
because I have some thoughts on it, but I don't want to share it now.
Fame Black is, I would say, with all due respect, more or less a WWE fan or WWE mark.
WWE mark, fanboy, fan.
Dude, did you even watch TNA?
Listen, more people watched TNA when it debuted on Destination America than when it debuted on Pop TV.
Wow.
So I don't understand why I should be part of that crowd. not worth it. Not worth the
I mean,
time.
does anybody even watch the WWE anymore? Their ratings keep dropping every week.
Yeah, the ratings actually went up a lot.
Ratings went up.
A lot.
200 more people watched it last week.
No, not 200
You know,
people.
even when their ratings drop, though, they're still getting like over millions and millions. They could probably double, triple, quadruple what TNA did.
How much of that money are you seeing?
Okay, all right.
This pays me quite well. Don't you know I just found Nakamura for him? Jeez.
Neither here nor there. I'm going to jump to Billy Ray Valentine. We'll close out with the professor, Billy Ray.
Hey, some say it would take a miracle for Fame Black to watch TNA. And fortunately, they got one. I really enjoyed that.
So did I.
The miracle and his woman, Maria Kanellis.
Time out. She is so hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot, Matt Hardy's wife.
Yo! Time out.
She's a wrestler.
Time out. Guys, go to onewrestling.com. Bill Apter had the very first interview ever with Matt Hardy's son. Did you guys see that?
I did see it.
I actually didn't see it.
You got to see that. But next to Matt Hardy's son was I was like, wow, Matt Hardy, you did well.
Reba Scott, right?
She is amazing.
And I was like, who is? I'm like, yo, look at the booty on this
The
cutie.
shit that she turned around, Billy Ray Valentine.
I couldn't believe it.
You should see her when she's wrestling.
Ooh.
Forget about the wrestling. Anyway,
No. You
Billy
should
Ray.
see what she's wearing.
Oh,
when
no, she's with
wrestling.
Matt Hardy? I'm about to take her.
Yeah, sure you will.
Yeah,
You have
okay.
to watch TNA to do that.
I don't have. Hey, baby, you ever seen WWE? Come over here with me. Let me show you something.
Billy, listen, guys, we have a minute left. Billy Ray Valentine, then Professor.
I like the show. I hope it goes well for them. The only knock I got on it is that it felt like Destination America. You know, it felt like they didn't really change anything.
I don't think so. I think the production was a little better than Destination
I mean,
America.
just a tad, but it wasn't any major difference. It feels like they picked off just where they left off. I wanted to see something completely different, but it was good nonetheless.
I think time will tell. Professor, your closing thoughts on TNA's debut on Pop TV.
Well, you know what? The positives for the Pop TV debut was the reunion of Beer Money, the finality of the World Title Series and EC3 winning the title there. So now we can, yes, finality. That's the Professor's Encyclopedia Britannica right there.
Good Lord.
But now, when I say that, the positive is they can go on with the stories with the heavyweight title, the King of the Mountain title, the tag team titles. You know, they now can like develop storylines with everybody. And like Billy Ray said, I like the Miracle Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis. So,
I do.
You know, they can only go but up.
All right. All in all, listen, they had over 225,000 viewers this week, and I think that can only go up. Hopefully it goes up. Listen, I haven't been a huge fan of TNA wrestling for the last year. I've been watching TNA wrestling since they were in the Asylum. Back in the day when AJ Styles was running the X Division. I mean, I'm talking about way back in the day when before Beer Money. And again, I thought Beer Money was fantastic to see Beer Money back. Again, guys, Cowboy James Storm, sorry about your damn luck, is back with Bobby Roode. I mean, I think it's pretty good stuff. Again, we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about with TNA, so listen, Fame Black, you don't have to be part of this whole TNA talk, but give it a chance, buddy. I think it's actually a pretty good alternative to WWE, especially on a Wednesday night or Tuesday night. What is it?
Tuesday
Tuesday
night,
at 9
right?
on Pop TV.
It is.
You know what? I'll promise this because I don't have anything to watch on Tuesdays. If it was Wednesday, I would tell you
I was just
no.
about to say that. Nothing comes on Tuesdays.
I'm gonna ask.
Flash
I'm gonna implore you. I'm gonna implore you, Fame Black. If you're gonna be part of Big Slam Nation, you're gonna have to watch two things. Number one, you're gonna have to start watching TNA Impact. Number two, you're gonna have to Google the Great Power Uti and watch at least two of his top matches. Is that cool?
You got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, we're gonna wrap this up. We want to hear your opinions here at OneWrestling.com, YouTube /OneWrestling video. This is part one of the 2-hour mega episode. We're probably going to go a little over 2 hours. But Billy Ray Valentine is going to be taking over the second half of this show. Billy Ray Valentine, what are we going to talk about first here in 2016?
Well, after a lot of hard work and deliberation by all the OneWrestling.com staff, or YouTube staff, I should say, we came up with the top 10 matches of 2015, and we are eager to give that to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to kick off with the top 10 matches of 2015. and 15.
Hey, what's going on, Big Slam Nation? We're back, and now we're going to run down the top 10 matches of 2015. Why are you laughing?
The damn cat walking in the back, the random cat.
Oh, you can't see me.
I haven't been able to see Fame the entire phone call, so I don't know what's going on over there. Anyway. So we took a long time to compile this list for you guys. 2015. We're going to do this every year. You guys ready to get into it?
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Right. So at number 10, and trust me, there was a lot of heated conversation about what number 10 should have been. Okay, it took us about, I don't know, a full hour to decide on this. EC3 versus Rockstar Spud took the 10th spot. Big Ray, you were a big proponent of this match.
I
Tell
was.
us about it.
All right. The storytelling in this match, it was basically a hair match between EC3 and the Rockstar Spud. It was David versus Goliath. I thought the match was actually really, really good. A lot of emotion in this match. Really well done. EC3, one of the top heels in professional wrestling. Rockstar Spud is an underrated talent. I mean, the guy is just phenomenal. Unfortunately, the guy's like 5'4". But I think he wrestles like he's freaking 6'2", and I'm gonna have to bleep that out, but maybe I won't. Maybe we'll squeak that by. But the fact of the matter is this: we're not doing the PW Hustle, guys, so excuse me. But the fact of the matter is that this match, what I did was I went on several different websites. I viewed all the matches in the top 10 that we had several times. And there was no way I could have left this match off. I thought TNA was well represented in this match. EC3 versus Rockstar Spud. That's why I picked this for my number 10. Go ahead, Billy Ray.
Some good storytelling in this match.
Excellent.
Professor, you had this on your list. We each had a top 10 list, which are we going to show it at the end of the show?
If you guys send it to me, I'm gonna actually show at the very end. I'm gonna compile all our lists together, and I'm gonna show a screenshot of all our top 10s. Maybe not, but it's a lot of editing. But we'll see.
Let's see. Maybe not. But
you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, it's not happening. But the professor had it on his list. Professor, talk about it.
Yeah, I had it actually as, if I recall, number 5 on my list because of what Ray said. The storytelling was just excellent. Rockstar Spud was the virtual underdog, and the London crowd was so great.
Yep.
And they were just pulling for Rockstar Spud, and there were certain moments in that match where you thought that Spud would be the first guy to defeat EC3, but he came up short and EC3 cut that hair. So, it was just a great match. It was one of the best matches TNA did that year in 2015.
Do we bypass Fame Black because he doesn't watch?
I was just about to say, Fame Black didn't vote for this. He had no idea what it was, so I'm not even going
to
go there.
No. In Fame's defense, he convinced me that Rockstar Spud and EC3 was top 10 worthy.
Really?
How did he do that?
Yes. Because he said it. Because he's Nature Boy.
Listen, no. Listen, you're asking too many questions about me and the professor's relationship. But in the
relationship,
okay.
in the spirit of looking at the top 10, I watched all these matches.
Oh, good for you, brother.
I mean, it was the thing. I have to do my job.
What did you think?
Listen, I actually liked the match.
Hold on. Stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
No. I mean,
That's how it starts.
Good wrestling is good wrestling. It can come out of anywhere. You know what I mean? And I really respected the match, man. I was with it. It's not my favorite promotion, but I can respect it for what it was. Do I think it deserves a shot on the list? Maybe 11.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. Stop.
A-Track, did you see this match when it happened?
Yeah, I saw the match. I thought it was a good match. I really did. I actually wanted Rockstar Spud to win. I mean, you're not going to make him champion, so the biggest achievement you can give him at that time is to be the first person to pin EC3. So I thought they should have gave it to him. But, it did tell a good story. It did have blood. So, you can't go wrong with that. And the crowd loved it. And they saved it for London, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, you know what I really enjoyed about the match was the build to the match. It exploded on that, but it took a long time to get there. And the storytelling in it was amazing. I really dug the match, and I'm glad it made its way to number 10 on this list. You guys are ready to move on to the next match?
Let's do it.
All All right, at number 9, we got Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks 13th anniversary show. Who wants to talk about this?
I'm going to talk about it. Dude,
All right.
This match was a spot fest.
Just the way I like it.
Oh, my God, dude. This was great. Red Dragon is just so freaking good. And you know, as many people that hate on the Young Bucks for overselling, for throwing bad super kicks, so on and so forth, I thought this match was almost a perfect tag team match. If you watch the match over and over again, they were consistent tags. They were it was a well done spots, very clean spots, I might add, during the match. A little hardcore, but for my taste, but again, very, very well done. This match was as perfect a tag team match as I've seen, I would say, in the last 5 years, man. Young Bucks always put butts in seats. Red Dragon is one of the top, if not the top, maybe the top 5, top 3 tag teams in professional wrestling today. I thought this match was easily within our top 10, dude. I was a huge fan of this match, man. Excellent match.
Hey, Track, you want to talk about this?
What can I say about that match that hasn't been said about a girl with a nice booty?
Wow.
It was just enjoyable and good to look at.
Professor, did you take a look at this match?
Yeah, I did. I'm not too much of a fan of Spot Fest, but as long as there's 2 teams and they're doing it the right way and they're telling a good story between the Young Bucks and Red Dragon, it was a great match all around. I liked it.
Absolutely.
I thought it was an excellent match. The Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world, hands down. And if anybody's going to challenge them, it's going to be Red Dragon. They're 2 of my favorite wrestlers in the world, and they come together, and it's insane. Kyle O'Reilly, I love him. He made it to the finals of Best of the Super Juniors this year against Kushida, and that was excellent. You know, they're just great wrestlers, and I love the spots. I'm not one of those guys that goes around saying, oh, it was a spot fest. That's athleticism. You have to be athletic to pull that off, and you have to appreciate it because you don't see it from anyone, and not even as good as these guys did it. Fame Black, can I assume that you saw this one too?
Saw this one too. It was good. I was watching it with a sour taste because my tag team vote didn't make the list. So I was like, it's not better than that match. So that's how I felt about it.
Who are we talking? Demolition?
The Ascension.
The Ascension?
No. No, man. I like the New Day match, the TLC, the triple threat.
And I
voted for that.
Really quickly, I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to tell you guys something. At the end of the year, if I'm correct, of 2014, there was a great match. It was a Full Metal Mayhem that almost made this cut with the Dudleys, the Hardys, and the Wolves. If that was any time in 2015, that might have been the tag team match of the year for me. But I just wanted to throw that out. That match was phenomenal. Go back to YouTube, watch that.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. At number 8, we got New Japan Pro
Oh,
Wrestling.
what about the Professor? You didn't ask the Professor's opinion.
Yeah, he did. He spoke.
Yeah.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then, you didn't speak aloud.
It wasn't a memorable opinion, but, that's probably why it didn't.
Good. Number 8.
It was short.
Way to
It
pay
was short
attention
and
to the
the
show.
point.
Sorry, I'm busy.
You got one hand free, right, Ray?
Yeah, gosh. All right.
Oh, you can do it with no hands. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you don't even know.
This is what
I don't need to know. I don't want to learn that lesson.
Are you wearing that bib that A-Track was
Okay.
Hey, let's keep it moving.
They're not going there.
Oh, God. Tune into the PW Hustle podcast to find out what bib A-Track Brown was actually talking about. It actually helps prevent a lot of...
All right. Okay. All right. So at number 8,
Somebody's stealing my idea.
trust me, I don't think anybody's gonna. Okay, I don't think anybody wants to anyway. At number 8, we got our first appearance in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We got AJ Styles, who's no longer in New Japan, against my personal favorite wrestler of all time. Not of all time, but I love this guy, Ibushi Kota from Invasion. Now, A-Track Brown, I know you saw this.
Oh, yeah.
We spoke about it on many occasions. Tell me about it.
This match was just, I want to say exactly what you thought it was, but I keep saying that too much. I'm just going to say the match was freaking great. It was 5-star. Should be number 1, but when you finish going down the list, they'll see why. But Kota Ibushi, one of the best pure wrestlers in the game right now, as well as AJ Styles. I mean, the back and forth with these guys was off the hook. To me, it was a match of two dudes in there, basically like, I'm better than you, and I'm gonna show you why. You know, and a lot of that happens in New Japan. But with these two, it was just great because Kota Ibushi is just like he's hard to explain, man. He's a guy who can just go in there and you don't really know what to expect from him, but you know you're gonna get something good. You know,
He's an enigma.
He's an enigma. You took the words out of my mouth.
He's an enigma. But you know, AJ is one of. There's not too many people I can really name that can keep up with Kota Ibushi, but AJ's one of them. And it was a classic. I really do think that's one of the best matches ever. Like when it's all said and done, when we're old men and we're trying to breathe new life into Ray. we're gonna
Hey Ray,
we're gonna talk about this match.
Wake up! Don't go.
I'm awake. I'm alive.
Hey Ray had that on his list.
I did.
I mean, these are two of the best in the world, without a doubt, hands down. Ray, what'd you think of it?
Dude, I would get into the logistics and the specifics of this match. I would just implore any listener here or any person that's watching this video podcast on OneWrestling.com or YouTube, YouTube / One Wrestling Video, to watch this match. The reversal of AJ Styles' finisher, I mean, it was just, I can't even put into words how good this. I literally am, and let me tell you something about AJ Styles. AJ, if it was up to me, we'd have 4 AJ Styles matches in this freaking list. That's how good. And AJ Styles, I think, you're right. A-Track, 100%. Not many people can hold their own with Ibushi. AJ Styles not only held his own, but he actually held that Japanese strong style tradition, and he did one amazing job. Guys, please do yourself a favor. Again, this is New Japan Pro Wrestling Invasion. Ibushi, Kota. Am I good? Thank you. Versus AJ Styles. You got to watch that match. Amazing. I have no words to describe the match. Amazing.
Hey, Professor, I'm going to go to you real quick. You remember watching Kota Ibushi back in the day before he really blew up on New Japan Pro Wrestling and all the stuff he used to do. You could call them spots. He used to wrestle brooms over at DDT. The guy is on another level of good. Yeah, he's on another level of good. You've been watching Kota Ibushi for a long time. Tell me what you thought about the match. And I mean, it goes without saying that AJ Styles held his own, but were you surprised that AJ Styles was going to hold his own against Kota Ibushi?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. I think it shows the value of AJ Styles because, I have to admit, I've been watching AJ Styles matches more longer than Ibushi matches. But what I love about AJ Styles, and, Ray is right, AJ Styles could have like 5 matches on the top 10 alone himself. AJ can adapt to any wrestler on any roster, on any organization, because AJ is that damn good. He just, if it's a strong guy, he adapts to that. If it's a high flyer, he adapts to that. If it's a ground and pound wrestler, he adapts to that. He's one of the great adapted wrestlers in the business today.
Hey, Fame Black, how long do you give it before Kota Ibushi gets a phone call from Vince McMahon or Triple H?
With my help, it should be any day now.
Oh, you're working for them. Okay.
Duh. So no, man. Like this is the first New Japan match I've ever seen because I was going back and forth with the list, and I mean, after watching it, I was like, oh man, I gotta keep. I'm missing something. Like I felt it. So yeah, this is this is good stuff. So I mean, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but yeah, like Ibushi he's good. He's good, and he deserves every spot he gets on his list.
Hashtag wrestling analysis. That was very in-depth. I appreciate that. Moving on, talking about AJ Styles being on this list 4 times, he might just do that. At number 7, we had Okada versus AJ Styles at Dominion. I'm going to go to you, A-Track Brown, because we spoke about this, and you stayed up all night, 5, 6, 7 hours watching this thing. to see this match. Tell me what you thought of it when you saw it.
What I thought of it was Okada is definitely the future, and it's only a matter of time before he's walking down the aisle of Wrestle Kingdom, wiping his sweat on tiles and throwing it to people. He can pretty much do that now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just apparent that that dude is going to be the future of New Japan. He is the future. He's the present and he's the future. This match, it's what I think. There were a lot of people who had doubts, who were not so much doubts, but they were saying that Okada might have been overrated. They were asking the question: Is Okada overrated? Nobody on this panel, but other people who I discussed wrestling with on other social media sites. A lot of people, was wondering, was this dude, like I said, overrated? When this match happened, that talk just stopped straight up because Okada, to AJ Styles' credit, was showing AJ Styles up.
Wow.
In my opinion, the way I saw it. Not to say that AJ didn't do his thing. He just got shown up. Call it the home field advantage, or just say it was just, Okada, that was just his night, as many of nights that he's had. But he really outshined AJ a little bit in this match. The way I see it, I thought the way he sold was great. I thought AJ he hit this sick Pele kick. It was sick.
That actually became a gif.
Really?
Yes, it did actually.
It was.
It was a sick kick, and the people, a lot of times people will complain about, they put each other in their power moves and they kick out. That's kind of stupid. But to me, I like that because it's a story of the will of the people who wrestle in that particular promotion.
That's a great. You know what?
Let
me
be
interrupt
New
you.
Japan.
That's a great way to put it. It's the will. That's how you explain strong style. It's showing the will of the other wrestler that he doesn't want to go down. That was really excellent analysis. I'm stealing that from you. I should let you know right now. Very, very good.
Aren't you glad you thought of that?
Yeah, I am glad I thought of it. I'm glad I thought of bringing you on. This is awesome. Big Ray, right? He is not lying when he said he had tons of AJ Styles matches. You had this very high up in your list.
I did.
Tell us why, besides the obvious.
Well, people that would criticize his match, if anyone criticized his match, would say that Okada was protected during this match. Like I said, I did a hell of a lot of research, Billy Ray. You know that I was.
Yeah, you went in.
I went in, and it was well over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, that I was actually studying these matches and doing my research on these matches. This match was a plethora of emotion between both competitors. I know the in-ring acumens between AJ Styles and Okada are what they are. It is what you see, but it's what you don't see. It's the emotion behind the match. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys out there. What I'm saying is that AJ Styles has been wrestling, I would say, safe to say, about 15 years. Am I correct, guys?
About 15
years. And Okada is still in his 20s. In this match, I feel that Okada solidified himself as possibly one of the top 5 pro wrestlers in the world. That's how important I have this match. For me, this was possibly my number 1 and number 2 match. I can't speak enough about how much respect I have for AJ Styles as an in-ring competitor, and with Okada, every time I see him, he earns my respect a little bit more. The guy has size. The guy is just not afraid to. Are you making crotch jokes?
Just ignore him.
No.
Ignore him. That's what I do.
You are disgusting, A-Track Brown. The guy is.
I tried to not say it.
Oh, shut up and pull your hoodie off, you pig!
Like a second grader.
Jesus Christmas. But all due respect to any opinions stating that again that Okada was protected during this match, I disagree. And I'm speaking I've been joking the whole hour and a half or whatever. This match to me was the epicenter, or possibly the second best match I've seen in many, many years. I have a lot of respect for Okada, and I think, like A-Track Brown stated, that this young man is going to be the future of the business. In a way, I kind of hope he doesn't go to WWE, because I think that they would dilute the greatness that is Okada. But again, that's my opinion. I believe his legacy should remain within the continent of Japan.
And just to let people know, Okada's not going anywhere.
I mean the country of Japan.
I'm
sorry, the country of Japan, not the continent.
He's sworn alliance to New Japan. I mean, if he leaves, he's gonna be like in his 40s. But as of right now, he ain't going nowhere. So nobody get scared.
So Ray did have this very high up. A couple of other people had this high up. The reason why it ended up at number 7 is because it's votes. There were more than just our votes. There were a ton of other people that voted for the top 10, and this is just the way it trickled down. You may disagree, and if you do, go ahead.
I will say that anyone who didn't have this in their top 2 are morons.
Morons. Moron.
Moron, ya Allah.
Yes, that's what we should have brought on for this. Hey, Professor, give me your thoughts on this real quick, because I want to get through this list a little quicker. So just give me your thoughts. Tell me what you thought of the match.
Well, if anybody who doubted Okada being a champion before this match, I think this match solidified Okada as a major player, winning the title, and nobody really disagreeing with that. I'll say that.
Very nicely said. Fame Black.
I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. It was good. I mean, it showed how it proved to me, because this like I said, I'm going up the list. How good Styles really is.
Hey, bring the mic a little closer to you, brother.
There we go.
Good job.
Got it? Yeah. No, it proved to me how good Styles really is.
And this was a revelation to Fame Black. He actually started watching New Japan Pro Wrestling and liked it.
I do like it.
And he said his favorite was
Nakamura. You're welcome.
My favorite guy was Nakamura, who I just had to really just wait on to see, I guess, because now he's over in
the
land.
WWE. All right. So check it out. So let's go to number 6. We're changing it up. Lucha Underground. Professor, I'm going to you first, since you're going to be covering it for OneWrestling.com. Look out for that. We had Mil Muertes, which is 1,000 deaths for all of you who don't know Spanish out there, versus Phoenix in an awesome match. This match was off the hook, ridiculous. Go ahead, Professor.
Oh my God, the story. I mean, Lucha Underground. I'm a mark for Lucha Underground right now because of what the whole presentation of Lucha Underground is. It is a story within a story, and Phoenix and Mil Muertes, the death match. It was, I love that story between the two of them. It was, it was a train wreck, all in one. I mean, the spots you saw that match, and then in the end, Mil Muertes got the win. I can't say anything more. It was just one of the best matches Lucha Underground did that year.
This was an incredibly brutal match. I remember you telling me to watch it. You called me at my job, and you were like, you need to watch this match and drop what you're doing. Do it now. But I'm like, I'm going to get fired. It doesn't matter. Watch it now. What's up?
It's a priority.
What's up, Ray?
All right. So you had Mil Muertes, a guy who basically was in the rubble after an earthquake in Mexico, and slowly watched his family die in front of him. A man that cannot die versus Phoenix, basically a mythological bird that cannot die in a death match. Seriously, how freaking amazing is that? I mean, guys, think about that. It is what pro wrestling is. The match itself was just full of amazing pageantry, everything from the entrance to the finish. I love this match, and the match itself was just fantastic. Great story, amazing backstory. Death versus the undead in a death match. I mean, seriously, you can't get any better than that. I'm not going to go on, but guys, please do yourself a favor and watch this match. Lucha Underground, I cannot wait for Billy Ray Valentine. I mean, I'm sorry, for the Professor to cover that here at OneWrestling.com.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. A-Track, you saw it. Tell us about it.
That match is the reason why I don't fight Mexicans. Straight up and down.
What's up to all our people in California?
Yo, Mexican comes up to me like, yo, what you looking at, Holmes? Nothing,
man.
Nothing, brother.
Nothing,
listen, okay. Listen, Mil Muertes. Cálmate, cálmate. You know what I'm saying? Tranquila, tranquila. It's all good. But these two, first of all,
Chale, Holmes.
it's the last time I felt that a match actually turned real was when I saw The Rock versus Mankind at the Rumble.
At the Rumble. Oh my God.
And I was like, yo, these dudes are going to kill each other. The only thing that was missing from this match was one of them grabbing somebody from the audience and hitting the other person over the head with them. That was like the only thing. It's like, it's like the old expression, everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but a fan as used as an object. Like, it was bloody. And to see this dude struggle to keep the mask on after it was like ripped all apart, and he's trying to keep his mask on, man. Listen, Lucha Underground, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And this match, like many others, and I had to struggle with putting that match or the Iron Man match with Ricochet and Morrison on my list personally. And I had to go with this one because, like I said, the story that they told was crazy. I'm just a big fan of blood. Anytime I see blood, like a vampire. I gotta just I get hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vulture.
Stardust.
But anyway, it was really good, man, and it's always just good to see people beat the bloody hell out of each other. Like, you can't really get enough of that. And
you're not a violent guy.
And the fact that it happened, in Lucha Underground, the way the whole thing is set up, like this underground fight club, it just added to it. And you just want to see them two fight again, and I'm pretty sure they will. A lot of people, when you look at people's individual lists all over social media, had that match on it.
How great is Phoenix?
Yo,
that guy's amazing.
I'm right now. To me, right now, my favorite in Lucha Underground is still Pentagon Jr. and Aerostar, but Phoenix is there. He's there too. But you know that Phoenix eventually is probably going to move up in the ranks. If he doesn't leave Lucha Underground.
He's so good.
He's the type of person where you always have to have him in some type of story where the match ends up in some type of fiasco, some pure mayhem. I don't want to see him in just some regular match. It always has to be a gimmick match, and to me, that's not a bad thing. If that's your thing, if that's going to be who you are, then that's fine because he's perfect for that. He's just perfect for it. I don't want to see regular matches. None of that crap. I just want to see him in some type of gimmick match where he's either getting the holy crap kicked out of him or he's doing some death-defying stuff where you think he's going to kill himself, but you just kind of want him to anyway.
All right, let me get Fame Black. Fame Black, did you venture out of the WWE network to catch this one?
Yeah, look, I watched every match on the list.
Okay.
It helps my point. When I'm talking to non-wrestling fans, I say stuff like, don't watch it like boxing, watch it like Dragon Ball Z. This really helped that storyline.
Exactly.
That really helped me sell that. Like, look, I might have to start non-wrestling fans off with Lucha Underground. So, yeah, it was dope. It satisfied my my craving for blood, just like A-Track Violence over there.
Now, you guys may be wondering why I keep asking Fame Black. Did you see this match? His list was 100% WWE matches.
Sometimes you just gotta deliver what people order. People know me for the if I put something on there, y'all just would okay. Oh, hey, Fame, you chose something out of.
I'm not knocking you. I'm just explaining. I thought
those were good matches. Good. Those were good matches.
All right, great. Hey, Big Ray, you want to talk about this real quick? I know you did already, but what's up, Professor? Give me something.
I just want to say quickly with Phoenix and Mil Muertes. Let's not forget the lovely, the sultry, the vixen, Katrina.
Yes.
The Lick of Death.
Yes.
She was a valuable part of that story.
That is just overrated.
She's just a valuable part, period. Okay, the tongue is the most valuable part of that entire thing. Okay?
You know something? My fiance tells me the same thing. Anyone?
Moving on. Just ruined that for me.
I was gonna say a joke, but I don't want Ray to choke the hell out of
it. Don't.
Keep moving, please.
Okay. We're going to move to number 5. Right? This is the top 5 of 2015. It took a lot to get up here. Let me tell you guys, everyone on the panel had one of these matches on their list. That's how they made the top 5. At number 5, John Cena. Yes, they tracked John Cena versus Kevin Owens. The first match. Excellent match. You can't even deny it. It was an excellent match.
Oh,
A-Track Brown. Come on.
Here we go.
that match stunk
Oh,
on ice.
Stop, you idiot.
Because I saw one man performing his ass off, and I saw another man who looks like he has no business, and I'm just listening.
Time out. How dare you talk about Kevin Owens that way?
Listen, I'm not high on the match as everybody else, and I'm pretty sure most of the PW Hustle faithful know that. Shout outs to Black Wolverine. But I thought the match was okay at best. I didn't think it was excellent. It's not just because I'm a Cena hater. It's because I'm like, listen, I keep saying this. When you start watching freaking New Japan, you just, nothing else compares. And so you want to see perfection. John Cena is just not that dude for me. I'm sorry. He's just not that dude for me. I didn't feel the same way. Listen, I personally thought John Cena did better against Cesaro than he did with Kevin Owens. That's just my personal opinion.
We get it. Go ahead, Ray.
Kevin Owens was excellent.
This man right here, John Cena, if it was up to me, would have.
That looks like Will Sasso.
It looks like the guy from Who's the Boss. What's his name?
Tony Danza.
Hey, Angela. Anyway, Angela. Anyway, so listen.
Okay.
John Cena.
There's a time for love.
Was that Fame?
Yes.
I watched a lot of Nick at Night.
Oh my God. Fame. Unfortunately for me, I was actually watching it when it was on TV. That's how old I am. But John Cena, if it was up to me, would have had 3 matches on this list also. John Cena, I thought, legitimately put forth one of the best years of his career. Unfortunately, he's hurt. And it was just amazing to see John Cena in the ring with just an amazing competitor in Kevin Owens, who is just amazing. I mean, Kevin Owens is close to 300 pounds and runs around the ring like he is a freaking cruiserweight. This match had absolutely everything. Everything good about professional wrestling, this match had. So A-Track Brown, for you to say that this handsome guy that looks like Tony Danza did not do his job in the match, I think is a travesty. John Cena versus Kevin Owens, the first match was just one of the best, and I don't have to say any more about that. Angela.
Professor.
Hey, yo, Angela.
Professor, the creator, the builder of the bandwagon that is John Cena. You are the originator. You are the first of many, sir. I'm willing to admit that. Tell us what you thought of this match. A breakout year for John Cena. So much improved. Tell us.
Yes, he was. I think that this match showed the importance of the value of NXT and what they did with Kevin Owens when he was demolishing Sami Zayn in NXT, just owning NXT, and then making his debut with the NXT title around his shoulders, and then actually stepping up to John Cena and doing, everything. So the build-up for Kevin Owens was perfect. The match itself was perfect for both of them. They had great chemistry together. The pop-up power bombs, the springboard stunner A-Track. Don't you love those?
Yeah.
That was great. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, they had...
And you're serious. I know you're serious, too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Very serious. But, they had perfect chemistry with each other. And then the only thing I have to admit to the Slam Ice is that I did not have this match on my personal top 10. I would have had this on the next level, like 11 to 20, because of the trilogy factor, the after effects of, because Kevin Owens lost the trilogy. So that's why I put it down to the next tier. But it was a great match and great pick by you guys.
It's kind of like George Lucas, how he lost the trilogy when he put out those first 3 films.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the second 3 films were actually the first 3 films. The first 3 Star Wars were horrible.
All right, don't confuse yourself there.
I'm
All right, Fan
confused.
Black, come on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this match was on my list. I mean, I used to feel just like A-Track. I mean, it's hard to believe now, but I used to be like, John Cena's the worst. Anything to
So
do
was
with
I.
that man, I just can't stand it.
Yep.
And I was looking at my list, man, and he's the common factor. I know you like to say A-Track, like, it's not him, it's the performers around him. He is the common factor in all these good matches that WWE has had personally this year. So it was no surprise. Kevin Owens is amazing. That match clicked. I'm with it.
It changed
Look at
me.
his face.
It changed me, all right, because I was a John Cena hater too.
Hey, you know what, Billy Ray Valentine? I have to say this. When you first came onto WhenWrestling.com, you were, in fact, a John Cena hater.
Yeah.
And I was a huge supporter of John Cena. And like I said on the WZ Daily the other day, that if my son wants to emulate a guy who's never been in trouble with the law, a guy who just does everything right, a guy who comes into the gym early and leaves late, the guy who's the consummate company man, you know what? I'm fine with that. John Cena is the ish.
Yeah, he really is.
Even on Total Divas, he's cool.
and quite handsome.
It was
Yeah.
an amazing match. That's it. Okay, number 4. We're going to move on to that. Roderick Strong versus Jay Lethal Iron Man match, Ring of Honor. A-Track Brown had this at like number 2 or something. Talk about it.
Actually, A-Track Brown had that as number 1.
That's what I meant. Something.
This match to me was just, it was my number 1. It was the match of the year. Jay Lethal is the truth. Roderick Strong. I mean, Billy Ray, what can we really go down the list of Roderick Strong's matches and what this man could do? Those two actually, when we talk about match chemistry, I actually think they have the best chemistry that I've ever seen out of any competitors. Any competitors that go into the ring. I think they have the best chemistry ever, and it showed in this match. And to me, I think both of them, in my opinion, is why I hold that match in such high regard. Like I say about people who had doubts about certain people, if you had doubts about Roderick Strong and Jay Lethal, you look at that match and all those doubts go away. And personally, I like the fact that it ended in a draw. It showed the respect to both men. It was just, there's a reason why Jay Lethal was still champ and why he was TV champ for so long. Because this guy is great to work with. He makes his opponents look good. His opponents make him look good. He tells the good story. And, he was already a good wrestler. The character came into full when he teamed up with Truth Martini.
All
So
right. Let me jump to the professor real quick. It was a great match. Roderick Strong is the reason I'm watching wrestling along with David Richards. They brought me back in because I was gone. Professor, give me something.
Well, you know what? If anybody had any doubts of Jay Lethal holding a world title, this match really solidified even Jay Lethal's presence of being a major player. And like A-Track said, for the match to go to a draw reminds me of back in the 80s, with Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes going an hour, or Ric Flair and Barry Windham going an hour. You just expected that. They just tell a great story, and for an hour, you're not bored. You're, at the edge of your seats, and this match was one of those reasons. And I had this high on my regards. I had this in my top 5, so it was a great match all around.
Beautiful. Big Ray.
I'm gonna keep my opinion very short and sweet. Again, I'm gonna actually echo what A-Track Brown stated, that sometimes a match doesn't have to have a winner technically and a loser to be a classic match. And this match was the perfect example on how it can end up in a draw and still have every single person sitting at home and on the internet and watching on the televisions unbelievably satisfied.
When was the last time you seen that?
This was an amazing match, guys.
All right, Fan Black.
I'm a WWE guy through and through, but I cheat to watch Jay Lethal matches because I think he's that good. And I want him to be the first black champion, the first black world WWE champion. So that's my thoughts on that. Of course, the match was fantastic.
Excellent match. Let's move on to the top 3. John Cena versus Rollins versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, beginning of 2015. Excellent match. Big Ray, give me your thoughts, man.
I mean, what more can you say? Again, John Cena comes up on this list again.
Common denominator.
But I will say that I sincerely believe that Seth Rollins was the key component of this match. I thought when it came to the storytelling, I thought when it came to the athleticism in the match, I thought when it came to everything regarding the good in this match, I thought Seth Rollins was the key factor. John Cena was amazing. Brock Lesnar was phenomenal. Brock Lesnar filled his role perfectly as the monster. This match was easily one of my very, very favorites. Again, these matches, let me tell you something, 2015 was full of matches that I could say were some of my favorites of all time. And this is actually one of my top 10 all-time matches, believe it or not. The three-way was just amazing. Go ahead.
Seth Rollins really stepped it up in
did.
this match.
He
He
did.
took it to another level. He made people open their eyes with this match. Professor, give me your thoughts.
I agree with you, Billy Ray. This was a Seth Rollins coming out party. This showcased his talents. He was the new and improved showstopper for 2015.
Good
You know, I don't want to take that moniker away from HBK,
absolutely.
but
Very,
Absolutely.
very good point. Very good point.
100%.
this match made him the new showstopper of the WWE. Plain and simple.
All right, Fame Black.
Seth Rollins being that good in that match is why they let him cash in at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Possibly. That's a good point.
You know what? That's an excellent point and very, very well said. Short and sweet. Perfect.
A-Track Brown.
Man, listen. After that match happened, that was when you started saying, "Yo, this is the new Shawn Michaels." In terms of Billy Ray. Billy Ray, that's when he started the Shawn Michaels talk. And the match shows you why. You know, it was the Seth Rollins show. Brock Lesnar was great. Both those dudes went in there and they did their thing, man. It was just freaking phenomenal. The way Brock Lesnar was just selling and the way Seth Rollins was, the way he did those moves, man. Listen, and all those top rope moves on that other guy in there, man. Listen.
There's a third person, A-Track.
You know that wasn't a one-on-one match, right?
Yeah, you're right. It was a third person. I think the referee was in there.
What a douche.
And he kept the match. He kept the pace of the match. You know what I'm saying? Even the commentators were good. I'm like, when the commentators are good, that's how you know the match is awesome. Listen, it made my list. It was number 10, but it made my list because, like I said, Seth Rollins arrived. Brock Lesnar was the man, yo. Those two,
I swear to God, if you went to the dictionary, the Urban Dictionary, and you looked up the word hater, you would see A-Track Brown's face.
It was awesome.
Okay, it was awesome. All right, number 2. These are the last two matches. Number 2, Brooklyn NXT TakeOver. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. I was there. Fame Black was there. Professor was there. A-Track Brown was there. Big Ray couldn't be there with us, but he was there with us in spirit.
I watched that match.
This was an excellent match. I know I keep saying that, but I mean, this is nothing but excellent matches. I almost cried the way they built this, okay? I know wrestling is fake, okay? But still, and that's why this...
still real to me!
That's why this match is number 2, because it more than just the in-ring action, which was amazing, but it was everything surrounding the match itself that brought it to a different level. Professor, then Big Ray, all right?
Like you said, Billy Ray, the story that it told, it was like Bayley's journey. If you knew Bayley's journey in NXT, where she was the NXT jobber for the Divas division there, and then she elevated up. She got her, you could say, her liquid courage, you know, facing the 4 horsewomen, you know, beating Charlotte, beating Becky Lynch, and then going over, you know, climbing the mountain to beat Sasha Banks to finally get the big one, get the NXT women's title in Brooklyn, 16,000 people. I was at the edge of my seat. And for me, the Professor, I wanted this to be my number 1. I couldn't pick it as number 1, but, you know, number 2 was happy. I was happy at number 2.
Beautiful. Let's go, Ray.
Let me tell you something right now. Forget about women's matches. Forget about this match was just freaking perfect. And Sasha Banks played the heel to the freaking T. Everything from freaking just doing everything she could possibly do to win the match, from pulling the little bow out of Bayley's #1 fan's little hair, and I don't know if you guys did catch that, where she pulled the bow out and put the bow on her head and made the little girl cry, and then Bayley finally, with only 5 seconds left, had her in her submission hold, kicking her in the back of the head, and finally Bayley, after months and months of trying to win the NXT Women's Championship, finally climbs to the top of the mountain. I am extremely passionate about this match. One of the best matches. Forget about women's matches. One of the best matches I have ever seen in my 39 years, 40 years this March, ever. Amazing. Just storytelling. Just it was a Disney flick. It was pro wrestling. It was everything it could possibly be. NXT. Love you guys. Amazing. Amazing.
Hey, Fan Black, what did you think of that reverse Hurricane Rana off the top rope, man?
Oh man. Yo, listen, you don't see a spot like that in wrestling, period, let alone let alone women's wrestling. But yo, I mean, I just thought about it. It's so dope. That was the second match I got to see live on this list because I was also at the Rumble. But I have you guys to thank for that. Yeah, match was fantastic. I mean, and it was all made more special by the fact that I was beating my big Slam Nation brethren. Kind of happy you didn't make it, Ray, because then I would have been able to go.
Had to work.
Good. It is what it is. It was great. It's fantastic.
Go ahead, Professor. I mean, go ahead, A-Track Brown. I'm sorry.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was watching that match, all I saw was the booties jiggling, and that to me made it the greatest match ever. No, listen,
Right off the
listen.
bat.
I've never seen. I've always thought, why hasn't anybody ever done a reverse Hurricane Rana? At least I've never seen it. And when I saw that the fact that Sasha took that chick is a freaking G. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she just both those ladies, man, a lot of people, I can't say anything. I can't. It was great. Yeah. It was freaking great. It was great. And I people have heard me say this before. One of my favorite female matches was Gail Kim versus Terrence Terrell ladder match. That beat it. I never thought it. I didn't think it would, but it did. And for me to say that means a lot. Bayley, man, the girl from Napoleon Dynamite, she was off the meter. Okay, she was off the meter. Sasha off the meter. Good match. I can't say anything else. I'm Rick James, bitches.
You guys ready for number one? The number one match of 2015, Wrestle Kingdom 9.
I wanted to say it.
What do you want to say?
Can I say the number one?
Sure, go ahead.
Kota Ibushi versus Nakamura.
All right, let's keep it short. What do you think of the match? Go ahead.
Yo, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's it.
All right, that's well said. What else is there to say? Big Ray, give me your thoughts on this, man.
God, let me tell you something. This is the freaking match all the way back at the beginning of 2015 that made me realize that I've been wasting my time with American wrestling. No, I'm just kidding.
What have I been doing with my life?
No, seriously, man. Seeing the emotion in Kota Ibushi, see, oh my God, dude, it was just a amazing match. I mean, you rarely see someone cry after they lose a match. I mean, that's how much emotion was going on in this very match. This actually, Wrestle Kingdom 9, in my opinion, is up there with WrestleMania 3 when it comes down to all-time amazing wrestling pay-per-views. Guys, if you haven't seen it, please see it. Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my goodness gracious! No, seriously, man, this was just the best match. You can't sit here and talk about how good the match is. You have to watch it. I spent 3 effing weeks watching these damn. I watched this match 3 freaking times, and I told you, right, Billy Ray Valentine? I had to watch it 3 times to kind of figure out what my number one.
Five-sided fist of guns.
It was Okada and Styles versus Kota Ibushi and Nakamura. I watched those 3 matches, a total combined 6 times, to kind of figure out who the hell was gonna be my number one.
Did you like the match, Ray?
Oh my God, did I like the match? Let me tell you something, guys. I'm lucky my genes don't have a baby. That's how good I love that match.
I think, you know what, man?
That just sounds nice. I would kind of like to see that.
And I might need that bib. Stay tuned to the PW Hustle podcast.
You guys are filthy individuals.
Hey,
we're
gonna make money with that bib. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, baby.
What do you mean we? I'm gonna make money with this. All right, check
We
this out.
all had a hand on this bid.
Oh God, no.
Yo,
Can we finish? Can we finish?
we gotta speed this up.
The
All right,
hand on the
check.
sticky bit.
I'm about to say something really controversial, man, and I really don't care. I thought this was better than Macho Man versus Steamboat. I think this is one of the best matches of all time,
Yeah.
hands down. It's just one of the greatest
It is.
I've ever. This match, it was just it exceeded my expectations. I wanted Kota Ibushi to win. He lost. It was still amazing. And Nakamura made himself a worldwide star. The reason Nakamura is in the WWE today was because of that match and Jim Ross talking about Queen and Michael Jackson, because that's all that seems to go down when anybody mentions Nakamura in America is Queen and Michael Jackson. So that is the reason why he's in the WWE today. One of the best matches I've ever seen. Kota Ibushi, one of the best wrestlers in the world, in my opinion. Professor.
You know what? I have to give credit to you, Billy Ray, and 8-Track for putting me on to Nakamura. You know, I was a little bit like on the fence of Nakamura, but you guys put me over, and every match I've ever seen with Nakamura, I've always been impressed. And for this match to be number one, I can't disagree. This was a great match, but great storytelling. Both of them around, very physical. You know, I'm not a fan of strong style, but I am a fan of Nakamura. So if anybody's doing strong style, I'm watching every Nakamura match.
The king of strong style.
He is the king, exactly. Hey, Fame Black, you want to give me your thoughts on this?
I mean, people had tried to sell me on Nakamura before. Oh man, he's the world's greatest wrestler and all this stuff. I'm like, I'll check it out. You know, I'll get back to you. We'll touch base. If somebody had just said, "Yo, he kind of is in the Queen and Michael Jackson," I'm like, all right, put him on the TV then. Let me see what you're talking about. And I'm glad as soon as the interest started, I was like, "Yo, this guy's amazing." And then when he came out and he could perform, he could deliver. This is incredible. It's incredible. Like I already said Ibushi was good. Nakamura is so good. That's why I had to call Vince. It was like, yo, do you know about this guy? now he's over where he belongs.
He's like, I don't want to eat Chinese food. What are you talking about, fam?
I was like, he does Michael Jackson. Oh, Michael Jackson. I'm born around our time.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah. Bring him in here. He's gonna sing.
Have him take off his shirt and flex.
All right, man.
I'm gonna call him Michael Mercury.
That was look for that to be his name in NXT.
I kind of like that. I don't hate it.
That's awful. All right.
If they name him that, people gonna look for me and kill me.
That is BSN's top 10 of 2015.
Oh my God, there's more.
If you disagree with anything, please leave the comments below. If you agree with what we had to say, leave the comments below. 2015, the top 10, that takes the top prize, man. Best match of the year, hands down. If you have a different opinion, please let us know. All right. You guys want to move on to the top 5 wrestlers? We can wrap this up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 wrestlers of 2015. We're going to start off with 5. Okay, 5 is a two-way tie. It got the same amount of votes. That's why this is so. We have AJ Styles. Yes, AJ Styles. At number 5, and Alberto Del Rio. Now, I want to go first. I had to campaign to get Alberto Del Rio into this list.
Let
me explain why Alberto Del Rio is on this list.
Tell him.
He became the AAA Mega Champion. He also won championships in Puerto Rico simultaneously. He came into the WWE, beat John Cena clean, and won the U.S. title. He is the first AAA U.S. heavyweight champion of the world. Held them both simultaneously. Never lost the Mega Championship. He relinquished it. He did not lose it. And he is still the U.S. champion today. That sounds like a great year to me. Big Ray.
And he is the president of Mex America.
The president of Mexico at this point.
Listen, my number 5 was AJ Styles. Like I said, if it's up to me, AJ Styles, former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, a guy that you can easily say would have had 5 of the top 10 matches in all of 2015. A guy that took his career from really great to absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal, very nice.
AJ Styles is the best of the best. He is my number 1. But according to the votes, he's number 5. I agree with you with Alberto Del Rio. I think Alberto Del Rio had an amazing 2015, but I thought his move to WWE was absolutely a detriment to his career.
Jeez, detriment to the career. But I think there's $400,000 that say different.
I didn't say his pockets. I said his career.
I think that's why you have a career. You get to earn money. What's up, Fame Black?
I say he's the U.S. champion. I don't got nothing wrong with Alberto Del Rio being there. Even though I've said this before, I've said this on many a podcast. I hate his face. There's something about him I just dislike.
Listen, Vince McMahon over there hating Christian's face.
Maybe that's where I got it from because we spend a lot of time together. But listen, I don't.
What do you want to date him?
Maybe he's very handsome.
He's a billionaire.
You hate his face.
And he's cut like a mother.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's in some serious type of shape.
See that guy on Monday night? He's 70 years old, looking like that.
Professor, give me your thoughts on the top number 5.
Hey, McMahon. I think that's the illegitimate son. You know that Vince McMahon.
I was supposed to be a part of that storyline.
They changed the script on you, man. Hornswoggle beat you to it.
All right, give me your thoughts on number 5. Come on.
Like I said about AJ Styles, he's one of the best wrestlers on the planet, bar none. And you know what? I did not have ADR on my list, so you know what? You sold me on that, Billy Ray. So that's all I'll say.
Appreciate that. All right, number 4, Kevin Owens.
You didn't ask me about my idea.
Didn't I?
No, you didn't. Actually, you skipped me.
Go ahead.
I wasn't here. I had Alberto Del Rio because of the reasons that you just named, so I didn't really need to go anyway. I just say I didn't put AJ Styles on my list because I thought AJ Styles' year was last year, not this year. That's just me.
All right, I feel that. That's a legitimate reason. Go ahead, Ray.
Oh, hold on, I'm muted. Can we quickly touch base on who we thought should have been on the list? Because we didn't go on that really quickly. Just quick name.
You want to do that? Go ahead, fine.
Yeah, a guy that I thought should have made my top 5 was Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura. How about you, A-Track, bro? Now, these people have not made the list.
No, they didn't make the list. But I thought I actually felt that based off his matches alone, and one of them would being Shinsuke Nakamura, I thought ACH should have been on this list.
Oh,
wow!
ACH had a collection of great matches this year, of 2015. Yeah, man, he really did. Top 5. I mean, I originally had Dalton Castle. But I'm like, come on. I was like, let me be serious. And I was like, you know what? ACH had a really good year. He had a really good year. No titles, but go ahead, man. Go ahead.
My name is Billy Ray Valentine, and these are my boys.
That is just weird.
Dalton Castle, baby. I can't wait
Dalton Castle, man.
Hey, listen. Go ahead, Professor.
Well, you know what? You guys call me the professor for a reason. And on the top 5, I named 4 out of these 5. So I just want to say that.
Stop.
But the one that didn't make it on the list, I'm surprised, but it's just my opinion. I had Finn Balor on my top 5. The face of NXT, the NXT champion. He's been putting great matches all year round. That's all I will say.
All right, Finn Black.
Hey, man, from the way this man's career, from the way this man's year started and the way that it ended, he got himself a Royal Rumble victory. He main events at WrestleMania. He finally got himself over Roman Reigns. It's not all about all the technical wrestling and the high, it's the part of that story, man. You got to build that face. You got to build that man.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being good in the ring, Billy Ray.
Hey, Hulk Hogan was so fantastic in the ring. Oh, my God.
He was fantastic. Watch him in Japan.
We're not going to get
Hulk Hogan had a presence that Roman Reigns will never, ever have. Just want to say that.
But that's not
all things aren't as good as bad as it was back in my generation.
Hulk Hogan had a presence that no one will ever have.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. It's not even about a time thing. Hey, I had on my list Tanahashi. I think Tanahashi should have made the top 5, and I'll tell you why. Okay, he came in the year as the IWGP champion. He won the main event at Wrestle Kingdom 9, and he was the G1 winner, and he went on to main event Wrestle Kingdom 10, which is 2016, but that's besides the point. I think Tanahashi should have been on this list. He wasn't on the list, didn't get the amount of votes, but Kevin Owens was. He is number 4. Who wants to say something about Kevin Owens?
I'll say something right now.
Okay.
Kevin Owens came in strong. He came in on a high like most people haven't in a very long time. Apparently, it's an achievement in one's career to beat John Cena, so I'll give him that. He beat John Cena. He became Intercontinental Champion. He was the NXT Champion. He just came in smoking, man, and it didn't take long for people to buy his merch and start chanting "Fight Owens, fight." Didn't take long at all. And I just want to say, people need to stop with the weight stuff, because when you mention Yokozuna and Bam Bam and Vader, people like to say, "Well, those guys were nothing. They're not even on Kevin Owens' level." Okay.
Oh, gosh.
They're not. I like them.
Different types of wrestlers. I get you.
They can't touch Kevin Owens. What that dude can do in the ring and on the mic is short of amazing.
Big Ray, you were a big proponent of this match.
A huge proponent of Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens didn't only come to the WWE or NXT and become the NXT champion, but he did it in 2 months. He was in NXT for 2 months, and not only that, but he destroyed the NXT darling in oh my God, I was going to call him Sami Zayn. I was going to call him his old gimmick, but
El Generico.
I was going to call him El Generico. And then he came in to win one of the more prestigious titles in WWE, the Intercontinental Championship. He was in almost every single major storyline once he came into WWE. And again, I will mirror what A-Track Brown said. He defeated John Cena, and he continues to be a major component to WWE television. I thought Owens easily had, and also combined with the fact that the guy is just dope in ring. Kevin Owens, the man.
I think that the most telling thing of what you just said is that how little time he spent in NXT, and when he got to NXT, he just got the title off the bat.
Bong.
Like, I mean, and then he came up and beat John Cena. What do you say to that? I mean, there's not a lot of ways you can argue against Kevin Owens not being on this list. Professor, give me something on Kevin Owens.
You know what? I'm mad at the WWE Universe at Slammy Night when they voted Neville the breakout star. This was the breakout star of 2015 for WWE, Kevin Owens, not Neville.
Okay. And you've been, Professor's been a big proponent of Kevin Owens from back in the day when he was Mr. Wrestling. If you know what I'm talking about, then
that was him.
Yes, I was the one that was the proponent for Kevin Owens.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, it was me, Ray.
The next thing you're gonna say is that what's his name? Matt Classic is freaking what's his face? Somebody told me that he was Cole Cabana. I mean, it's ridiculous. Why are you guys laughing?
Hey, Black, give me your thoughts.
Why are you laughing?
Fame.
Kevin Owens is the man. Kevin. I just let that one go. I was gonna see how far he was gonna go with that.
You just farted?
Wow. Kevin Owens is the man. I mean, plain and simple. I mean, there's an episode of The Hustle where it starts off where he does the introduction and he says, anybody who doesn't know me is not worth my time to begin with. I love that intro. I love that whole promo. I think I want to use it to start a CD, like open a mixtape with it. Like, it's awesome. He's awesome.
Good call there, Fame Black. I like that, man. Number 3 in our list of 2015 top 5 wrestlers, John Cena. A-Track Brown, keep it short. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll come to you last, all right? But still keep it short. Big Ray, let's talk about John Cena.
Let's talk about John Cena. Let's talk about the guy that from freaking January all the way to the end of December has had great match after great match. This guy took not a mid-level title. He took a piece of crap title, a title that nobody gave a damn about in the United States title, and he made that championship not only important, but it was, let's say, safe to say, John Cena made that title the second most important championship belt in all of professional wrestling. In all of professional wrestling. On top of selling merchandise, on top of having great matches, he was on top of Nikki Bella. The guy had a great year.
It's true. Man, yeah.
Fame Black, tell me what you think.
Hey, man, John Cena had my favorite match of the year. I know a lot of people hate it for whatever reason, but John Cena versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, I loved that. I loved every minute of it. Even the finish was good for me. So John Cena's the man. He's actually been in, hold on, I'm going to count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of my top 10, John Cena's in. It's a common denominator, man. Dude has had an amazing year. The U.S. title, awesome. Yeah, I'm with it. John Cena's the man.
I had John Cena at number 2 on my list. I think John Cena had a breakout year. He turned. I'm not an easy guy to turn. I'm not an easy guy to impress. John Cena turned me after about 10 years of straight hate because I hated this guy. And there's no way I can say a bad thing about him. The professor can attest to this. I stopped watching wrestling because of John Cena once for like 2 years. Okay, he wrestles ROH style matches. Now you can't tell me this guy hasn't stepped up his game, hasn't tried to go. No, I am not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Don't say anything until the end. Okay, it's the truth. He's been putting on amazing matches. It is what it is.
Yep.
Professor, did you give your thoughts on this yet?
I'll just be quick, Billy Ray. I mean,
All right. Oh God.
besides, the U.S. title being elevated to prestigious levels, like Big Ray said, the U.S. Open Challenge on Monday Night Raw was must see
Revolutionary
all year. When it, I didn't say that, but the U.S. Open Challenge was a very high point of Raw when it's against Cesaro, Neville, Stardust, Rollins, you name it. All those matches on Raw that John Cena did when he put the U.S. title on the line. And not only that, not only the matches itself, but the promos that John Cena did to turn the fans who were saying Cena sucks and getting them on his side. John Cena had a banner year. Go ahead, A-Track.
Much like how the Shield carried Raw not too long ago, John Cena and those U.S. Open challenges carried Monday Night Raw for a long, long time.
At the very least, you knew that you were going to get a title shot. You were going to get a title match
Everybody was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Everybody, whether you liked them or you hate them, you were looking forward to it.
Who's
he
it going to be?
The spot. Go ahead, A-Track Brown. Listen, please, be nice, okay?
You set yourself up for this, man.
I did nothing of the sort.
So listen, I understand that you all love John Cena, and I understand that, John Cena spits and it turns into sunshine. I just want to say that Okada was my number 3. Apparently, U.S. Open Challenges is more important than being IWGP champion. And apparently, Billy Ray has lost his ever-loving mind. John Cena was having ROH. Let me tell you something, man. You're no longer the godfather of my kid. You're no longer allowed to my house. I'm not going to your house no more. And, I don't know what to say.
It's
after
okay,
that.
A-Track. It's okay.
Okada was my number 3. Moving on.
Okay.
I didn't see him on the list.
No, he would.
No, he wasn't. He was my number 3, though, and I know there's people out there who will agree. So,
hey, listen.
Come on, Hustleites.
More people agree with John Cena.
Listen, man. You had a chance to talk about one guy that didn't make the list. You chose ACH over the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Oh no, I was
about that. Think about that.
I was waiting.
Think about what you've done.
I was waiting. Actually, to be honest with you, when I split ACH, I was putting that ACH was on my number 5. My number 3 was Okada, and John Cena.
You could have.
Yeah, but I actually was kind of lost when we were doing that. But I like I said,
I know the reason why he put ACH over Okada, but that's a different. I'll leave that for the hustle.
I didn't put ACH over Okada. I just mentioned ACH before I did Okada. I was waiting until y'all said John Cena.
All right. Listen.
I'll give you a hint, A-Track.
Listen.
He sucks.
To appease.
His freaking sucks. I don't want to hear this crap. That dude is doodle, man.
Okay.
Doodle.
Okay.
Mute his mic.
To appease this. Okay, number 2, and this is everybody that voted. The number 2 wrestler of 2015 was Jay Lethal. Now, no more John Cena bashing for you. Talk about how Jay Lethal had a great year.
Jay Lethal had an incredible year. I'm sorry that I lost my mind back then. Jay Lethal had an incredible year. I personally felt that Jay Lethal is Wrestler of the Year. When you look at the way the man is booked, when you look at his matches, when you look at the way he carries himself, I can't say if he's a draw for ROH or not. I haven't really looked into that. I can only assume so because they kept the belts on him for so long. He had 2 titles. He had 1 title for almost 2 years. And he wasn't, like I said, they didn't book him like some mid-carder. They didn't make him a whiny little sissy. They didn't overexpose him too much. He wasn't cutting promos and taking 15 minutes to get to the point. Like I just said, he was the epitome of how a champion should be booked.
Okay.
And that's all.
Big Ray.
Jay Lethal. When he was combined, when he finally actually got together with Truth Martini and the House of Truth, and I believe Jay Lethal actually developed his character and finally became that person that we all knew he was. He's always been that guy that you could say, oh, Jay Lethal is fantastic in the ring. He's a great in-ring worker. But his mic skills, not this year. Jay Lethal just did everything absolutely correct. Not only did he hold the ROH World Heavyweight Championship, but he was the television champion. He was always defending that title. This guy defended it against everyone. I thought his matches with Briscoe, and I mean, I could just go on and on. Jay Lethal was, in my opinion, the number 2 best wrestler in this world in 2015.
And the first black ROH heavyweight champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Stop
right?
making it a race thing, please.
I'm just saying.
Hey man, Black Lives Matter.
That's quite a feat. Black champs matter.
Black champs matter.
It is, but if it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Moose.
Professor, give me your thoughts on Jay Lethal.
You know what?
Speak up.
As John Cena elevated the U.S. title, Jay Lethal elevated that television title in ROH.
He did.
Prominence
Good point.
and that close to equal status. So you know what? Jay Lethal had great matches with Briscoe, Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and AJ Styles that final battle. So he's had great matches. So number 2 was a great place for him right there. He could be number 1 also too. I can't argue with either way.
No, man, Lethal. I already said Lethal's the man. Like, I want him to be WWE heavyweight champion. I want him to do it.
This was a breakout year, I think, for Jay Lethal for me. I always loved Jay Lethal, but I never thought he was this good. You knew he was good in the ring, but he was actually a world champion, and he proved that he could be a world champion. And I think he deserves to be number 2. I didn't have him at number 2 on my list. I think I had him at number 3 or number 4, but he deserves to be number 2. Jay Lethal had a great year. Let's talk about the number 1 wrestler of 2015, undisputed, the showstopper, the headliner, the new HBK, Seth Rollins, without a doubt. Number 1 PWI, WWE Heavyweight Champion. I mean, and the most amazing performer in the ring. I mean, Lord Megatron, he was awesome. Okay.
Lord Megatron.
All right, Big Ray, give me your thoughts.
Seth Rollins carried this company most of the year. Not only with his in-ring skill, but with his attachment to the Authority. He was the preeminent heel in the business, and the guy was just the best of the very best. The guy came in. He won that world heavyweight title. Utilizing his Money in the Bank, but he kept winning. He kept winning. And now that he got injured, and now that he got injured at the end of the year, you realize how big a loss he was. It's kind of one of those scenarios where you don't know what you got until you lose it. Seth Rollins is going to be amazing when he comes back as a babyface. I think he's going to be one of the most over guys. I mean, the guy went from possibly one of the most popular independent wrestlers to possibly one of the most popular NXT champions to possibly in one of the most popular factions to one of the more dominating world heavyweight champions WWE has ever seen. So, Seth Rollins, I give you all the props, brother.
Professor Anthony Quintana.
Like I said before, Royal Rumble made him a major player, made him a main event status man, and then what he did at WrestleMania had a WrestleMania moment. He's going to have one of the top 3 WrestleMania moments ever. If WrestleMania goes on to WrestleMania 100, you will remember that he cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. So he's already solidified himself for this year. And like Ray said, you don't know what you had till it's gone. He was a great heavyweight champion, bar none.
Absolutely.
Fame Black.
Like I said, I mean, I think it's interesting that he's the number 1 wrestler, yet he doesn't have a match on the top 10, except for on my list. Like
he has a match in the top 10.
Which match?
The triple threat match from Roy.
Triple threat match. Yep.
I don't care.
He has a match in the top 5 actually.
He has no number 1. He has no one-on-ones. Anyway, from the Royal Rumble, performing his ass off on there. J&J Security being really great. I don't know, like that carried through the year. He changed the game with the cash-in on WrestleMania, not because of the cash-in at WrestleMania, but no one else knew you could make a one-on-one match into a triple threat match. No one knew you could do that. That wasn't
Absolutely,
really
yeah.
that wasn't explained before. So all that, I mean, taking on Sting and John Cena the same night, using Jon Stewart to beat John Cena to become the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion
Oh,
and
forgot
US
about
Champion at
that.
the same
Yeah,
time.
forgot about that.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
who-
right. The U.S. title and the World
Both of them.
Championship.
Yeah,
Another reason why it was my favorite match. I mean, Seth Rollins is the man.
he is the
Hands
man.
down.
A-Track Brown.
I was, you know, it's not a bad thing to have him as number one. I didn't have him as number one. I didn't like the way they booked him. But you know, he did have a lot of good matches this year, and I have no problem with him being number one. I don't really have a problem, not too much anyway.
All right, that's our top 5 wrestlers of 2015. Very deserving Seth Rollins. Everybody on the list had a great year. If you disagree, post your comments below. If you agree, post your comments below. You guys know the deal. Big Ray, I'm going to throw it to you. Let's close this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 2015 recap. Also, amazing news for 2015. Guys, we have a lot of things going on. Again, we started the show even before the opening credits, guys. We had Kenny Killer making his debut here for the Big Slam Nation. You don't know who he is? Check out the Sunday Segue. Pretty amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook at One Wrestling. You can follow Bill Apter on Facebook, also at One Wrestling. You can probably find all of us on Facebook. But the most important thing is, guys, via social media, follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Follow Bill Apter at Apter One Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Billy Ray Valentine at Billy Ray Hustle. The Professor Anthony Quintana at PROF, PW Hustle, Fame Black at Fame Black, A-Track Brown at Pharaoh Fancy, and of course our TNA reporter OK Faye. Follow him at OK Faye. That's OKAYFABE, and of course Mr. Old School himself. He couldn't be with us today. We miss you. We love you, brother. Bill Schuyler at Udate does show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of big things coming this year with us. Sunday Segue, WZ Daily. It's a whole lot of cool things happening, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to the PW Hustle YouTube channel. Do not forget to subscribe to PW Hustle on iTunes, Podbeam, Stitcher. It can go on and on and on, guys. Just download it to your smartphones. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say this every single video. I would do this for a living, and if I can, I would do it anyway. Why? Well, I think we all, guys, everyone here at Big Slam Nation loves talking wrestling. Follow us on Twitter at Big Slam Nation. And in the words of the legendary Bill Apter,
let's all do it together, guys.
We will see you at the matches. Later, guys. Thank you. Woo.